I need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. You said from day one you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur still the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Red. You got the belt around you.
Merciless Monday. I'm taking no mercy. I was going to cuss, but I didn't want to cuss. No mercy today. It is Monday, and we got a loaded lineup. Denver Bronco legend Carl Mecklenburg joins us. If you don't know who that is, go Google it, because a lot of you don't know these old school legends that only the realest show on Planet ERF has. And so go head on over there. Let's find that out. Go check it out. And then we got our main man, Raj Karazi, who's an old ESPN talking head. He'll join us, and we're going to have him on. And all things real, as the realest show on Planet ERF hits yet again. Another week, a new week. Pound that like, make it better than last week. And each week we're trying to up the ante, as each week in the last 5 have been unbelievable. So we can't thank you guys enough for showing up, watching, and supporting. Head on over to Coach JB's store, CoachJBStore.com. We got new merch out, plus my new Slapstick Yacht Club line. Go check it out, CoachJBStore.com. It is NFL Draft Week. 82 hours from now, we will be calling names to put on a jersey for an NFL franchise. And don't miss it. Thursday, I'll be doing a live watch party, as I will be doing it powered by BetUS. We'll have over-under odds on all picks. Shedeur Sanders plus how much to go number 3 to the Giants. We're going to talk about that. We'll be betting it all night long on Thursday, so make sure you put it on your calendar, because I'll be doing a live party. We'll have guests chiming in, calling in, as I'll be drinking some yak, smoking a stick. So make sure you tap in Thursday for the draft. But listen, this draft just doesn't seem like it matters as much, to me anyway. With the NIL and the transfer portal in college, how it has been ascending upwards, I just don't know if these kids getting their names called, putting on that hat and jersey, carries the same weight as it once did. They've already been paid in college. I don't know if they really are this hungry, and that's why I think the product is dying at the NFL level, especially at quarterback. The transfer portal has ruined the quarterback position. We'll dive into that later on today. But what do I know? The NBA playoffs began. And was there one good game? This play-in and this in-season tournament, along with this debacle we call an all-star game, has made this damn near unwatchable. 131-80 was one score. 103-86 was another score. 121-100 was another score. And then we had two of the highest scoring teams in the league play to a 95-85 game last night. The only good game was the Clippers, and then they choked off the game. What a shocker. What a joke the NBA playoffs are through week one, round one. All I can say is wow. But I do know about this. Shedeur Sanders was given a jersey retirement at the University of Prime over the weekend. Colorado over the weekend. And he didn't even seem that excited to be there as they unveiled his name and number, put it on the rafters. The more I look at this and I think about it, having zero dog in the fight, it irritates the shit out of me. And it is the biggest slap in the face of every legit player who actually won games, meaningful games at that university. Wow, just fucking wow. What a joke that shit has become. Travis Hunter and the coach's son gets their jersey retired. Unbelievable. I don't want to hear shit about it either from you prime sexual dick riders, homie. Keep that shit to yourself. You're a fucking bunch of dick riding fucking prime sexuals. And if you think Shedeur Sanders belongs in the fucking Hall of Fame at Colorado after 2 years going 13-12, winning absolutely shit, then you're just a fucking dick riding Florida boy who fucking supports Deion Sanders. Keep it funky and just keep pushing. Shut the fuck up. The Lakers and the Clippers both choked. The Clippers just choked being who they are. They're just choke artists. They are all the way up in the game, the whole entire game, and then it gets to crunch time, and guess what the Clippers did? They became the Clippers. They simply cannot do it. They never have. Why would you think this is the year? The Lakers and LeBron showed up and looked old. They ran everything through LeBron. JJ got out coached. Didn't seem like he knew what the fuck anything was going to go. What kind of in-game playoff adjustments needed to happen? And then when Luka is known as the Wolves killer, you put everything on LeBron. You put Luka on the back burner when he absolutely buried the T-Wolves in the playoffs just a year ago. Unless LeBron figures out Luka is the new star of this team, Luka will opt out and go elsewhere, and LeBron will further dampen his legacy by getting beat by the T-Wolves in round one. But what do I know? What I do know is my main man, Big Smitty, is back. T's and P's. He made it to and from Naptown, the Far East Sider 317. LeBron hairline having Lamar Jackson loving and AR5 defending. Caitlin Clark jocking. My main man, Big Smitty, joins us live.
Yeah.
You back home then?
There go the music. I couldn't hear the beat at first. Yeah.
Can't talk loud.
I got my beautiful white background now. I know y'all missed this background live. We back at the crib, baby. Naptown was beautiful. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my little sister. Went to prom. Looked beautiful. But we here live. It's Monday. It's time to work. I ain't even missed a day when I flew home. 1 hour sleep. Still made it happen. That's how a guy I am.
That was easy.
Forget all that. JB says it's easy,
Vegas.
but he ain't got nothing to do all day.
Like me in Vegas.
It wouldn't be us, y'all. Without people like Jared, Coach Vonnie, KCBD. Who else we got? Roth Morrison, Woodsy T Mix with Jordan Scott, Jonathan King, and Matthew Byer. Man, it might be a loaded show. JB went through every topic on this opening. Every topic. And the show almost over. Got about 10 minutes left. Joe Cord, no, they're not. That was a joke. April Fool's joke.
Smitty, that's just a lead in, like to cover all things that have happened over the weekend. That's all. It wasn't
everything. I don't have nothing else to say.
So we just sit here then and chill, see if people will send us money, likes, and then just chap it up. See, Bet US, head over Bet US, and then fuck it, we'll just chill, homie. And hopefully we'll just talk to the crowd, chat, chill.
Only thing we got left is Quote today and Country to Believe. Other than that, you're kind of cool. Maybe BPS if we got a BPS, but
we got guests though.
Okay, you right.
And some legends at that.
We do. Big
Carl Mecklenburg, man. Carl Mecklenburg. You probably don't even know who it is. I grew up watching him.
He's like a 5-time Pro Bowl, 6-time All, or 6-time Pro Bowl, 5-time All Pro. Yeah. Played his whole career with the Denver Broncos. I want to ask him about he retired in '94. You know, the Broncos was struggling to get that Super Bowl win until they didn't get to '98. He was a couple seasons off for getting that Super Bowl win. I wonder, did that ever bother him looking back after having such a great career? I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I got the same search on Google as you did. Let's dive into the show, man. We got a loaded lineup, Smitty, and might as well start with quote of the day because I made these for us specifically.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm going to enunciate my words real clearly all week long and try not to have any any grammatical errors or anything like that as far as how we talk and stuff because we're a journalistic show.
Okay.
And everything we do is fact-based. That's why we say we're the realest show on planet Earth. So everything's fact. There's no opinions on the show. Everything's fact-based. According to the chat and everybody else too, everything has to be straight, fact-based. So Smitty, quote of the day brought to you by BetUS TV. Head on over there today as we get closer to the NFL draft. We're 82 hours away, Smitty. Judge me all you want. Just don't act like you know me.
Ooh, that's kind of deep when you really think about it. It's kind of deep.
That's my own deal because I don't know if I created that quote, but I've used it only because everybody I don't care if you judge me, homie. I used to say it about 5 years ago, Smitty, all the time because of the Netflix thing, and everybody act like they knew me and shit. And I'm like, motherfuckers have no clue who I am, but you can judge me all you want, but don't act like you know me, dog.
I mean, being real, we all do it to some degree. I mean, like if we don't know somebody, but we just see we read a couple things about them, or we watch a documentary or movie or something. We all do it to an extent. If we're being honest.
Hold on, let me chime in on that then.
Yep.
Here's the problem I have though. See, if I go good quote, bad delivery, they said energy probably was low.
Yeah, it was, but with that
yeah,
quote,
you see, Smitty understands how that quote needed.
That quote didn't need to be yelling and stuff. It didn't really make sense for that.
It's more of a monotone. You need to have a different delivery. Yeah. See, a lot of people don't. See, Justin Kovingi, he don't get that. You gotta per quote, it has to be delivered a certain way. He doesn't understand the quote yet. That's why he don't get it.
He's still thinking what it means.
Everybody thinks the bottom 5 quote and all that because they don't understand. It's a micro thinker. But here's the thing, Smitty. You could judge me, but here's the difference. If I don't know what you do at Fox, that's why you never heard me seriously go, motherfucker don't know what he's doing. That motherfucker's shitty. That's what they did about me. That's why I said you could judge some motherfucker, but don't act like you know him. Here's the issue. I don't ever say, oh, motherfucker at Walmart, that cat really is horrible, and I have no clue what he does.
Right.
I don't know what he has to go through. All I do is just talk shit, right? We just clowning, talking shit. I don't really know what he does. Motherfuckers that act like you're a horrible coach. You manage Malik Henry horribly. You do the motherfucker knows how to do it better. That's the problem I have. That's all I'm saying.
That makes sense. 100%.
Don't judge my job if you've never worked it.
Never walked in my shoes. Yep. I'm with you on that.
You can judge me, but don't act like motherfucker knows what I do. That's the issue I had. That's what I won't do. I'm not going to act like I know what Stephen A's day-to-day is. I don't ever get into all that. All I say is what he said. All right, he said this today. Now he's on a podcast. I could judge that, but I'm not gonna act like I know the motherfucker. That's all I'm saying. Let's dive into the contrary to belief, Smitty. Brought to you by BetUS. This one right here is my own quote.
All right.
That I used to tell my staff all the time. Because I was a nobody, expected to be nothing in the mean streets. But here we go. They liked my light until it outshined their shadows. Big Smitty. They all like my light, homie. They all like me until I fucking outshine their shadows. It's fucking funny how that shit works, homie. It's really funny how that shit works. They all like my light when I was a nobody. A lot of cats like Trump. It's funny until he became president. He became president, and all of a sudden, the same folks that took pictures with him, like Oprah Winfrey and The View and all these people, now all of a sudden they don't like the motherfucker. It's crazy because he took over what? He outshined their shadows. So it's funny. It's how I look at it the same way.
I like the contrary to belief. Didn't like the example used, but good contrary to belief though for sure.
Yeah, I think it was a perfect example.
The example I think wasn't great because I think people just learn more about him, man, what he thought. And it's easy to like somebody when you're not having those conversations.
It's also easy.
Like, what's up, bro? What's going on? How you doing? But then you learn about what they think, what they're trying to do, and you kind of fall back because you know more. Something's a little different.
You and D Jones actually speak alike and sound alike. And here's what's crazy too. They also liked you a lot when you gave them money. Like all the black folks that Trump gave money to, and then now all of a sudden they forgot about it. Huh, D Jones? You guys forgot? Oh, they liked them then too, homie.
I'm just curious. Why'd you bring up race just now? I'm just curious.
Oh, because D Jones and you.
I didn't say anything race. I don't think D Jones. I mean, I'm not looking at the chat. I don't know what D Jones said. I didn't bring up nothing race.
Well, we know what you're meaning, though.
No, I'm not meaning anything. There's white people who don't like Trump and like them. There's every
well, those guys are this right here. Let me show you who those guys are. Hey, Bailey, run my because I want to be clear, Smitty. We lost the Pope today.
Yes, we did.
And I have something for that because I wanted to have a serious discussion real quick.
It's about to be serious for real. We just lost somebody, and we know. I know in the past when we've lost people, yeah, you ain't always been the most politically correct. We'll say that when we've lost people right when we lost them. So I'm just trying to see like what you about to say. I don't know nothing about the Pope, but I just read everybody said this Pope was actually like, you know what I mean? Like trying to look out.
It's not even about the Pope.
All right.
But I just wanted to make sure that, like, before we get into it, I wanted to give like a serious, like, a prayer to baby Jesus, but not a prayer.
All depends. Before you show whatever you're about to show, right hand to God. I have no idea what you're about to show. All right, let's go ahead and do it.
Go ahead, Bailey. Show my cards, homie. Man, I had to just give that real talk right there, man. Let everybody know, man, that we're thinking about you guys, man. We really are, man. And shout out. I just wanted to let you guys all know. Sometimes you got to be serious on this show and let everyone really understand themselves. So, Smitty, I just want to have a little reflection there and let everybody know what I thought of them. As we get into this week, work week, man. It's a Merciless Monday, Smitty. It's a great work week. Shout out to the Pope. Rest in peace or whatever he did and everybody else that's passed away over the weekend, man. Shout out to everybody, man. There was a couple shark attacks. Some other things that have happened in life. A couple cats died of cancer. We had a few things happen out there. So listen, man.
A lot of few things. That's worse than what I said 2 weeks ago. He said we got a lot of few things. Is it a lot or is it a few? We got a lot of few things. What's that called? What's that called when you do that?
Oxymoron.
He got a lot of few things.
Kind of like what you said.
He said got a lot of few things happen this weekend.
Kind of like when you said last week.
What did I say? Like, what was it that I said?
Kind of big, or what did you say? That. We're kind of
big or something like that.
Yeah, we're kind of big, but not or small or something. I don't know. We're not small. We're kind of big or something. Poll question, Smitty. Let's dive right into it. Will both LA teams be knocked out of the first round? That's all I want to know. And shout out to the LA Kings. They play the hated ones, man. The Oilers in the first round of the NHL. I know Smitty's gonna have a whole NHL breakdown. I know we had a blowout last night. Ottawa and some other folks played. We're gonna dive into NHL playoffs as we'll have some hockey guys on this week to discuss the NHL playoffs as we're right in the full swing. NBA, NHL, BetUS TV is the place to go. Smitty, LA Lakers, LA Clippers, both lose. The Clippers lost in normal fashion to me. Like it's just you choked it off because that's what you are. You're a choke artist. You were up the entire game from front to end, Smitty. This is what the Clippers do, by the way. This is who they are as a franchise. And then when the shit gets to what we call ass puckering time, these motherfuckers can't put the nail in the coffin, and they choked it off. And it's funny that a guy named Westbrook stole the ball to seal the deal.
Like not only did he steal the ball, he also made the go-ahead three to tie it up.
And got the foul, too. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's ironic that guy who couldn't play in L.A., they said. So here's the thing. they just lose in normal fashion to me. Like that loss wasn't shocking at all. The shocking game is the Lakers not even showing up at home as the 3 seed when everybody's already put it in that, it's going to be a 5-game series, blah, 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 and get blown the fuck out. It wasn't even close. They never even in the game. Down 25. I'm just like, God damn, homie, what the fuck is this performance?
Yeah.
So it's 2 different spectrums, but at the end of the day, both LA teams could be going home early. I'm just going to tell you right now. The vibe I'm getting after that first game, I'm just telling you right now, dog. That shit was ugly. Minnesota's like, fuck them. We're supposed to just get dominated. And Lakers, every single betting site and everybody in Vegas, everybody's saying it's the Lakers in 5, 6 at max. Minnesota and your guy, Edwards.
I mean, I know that's my favorite player. I mean, he spoke about it after the game, and he was kind of being sarcastic. He was like, nah, the Lakers supposed to win. And he kind of just kept saying it. Julius Randle was sitting next to him, kind of chuckled. That's why I like Anthony Edwards so much, because he's a dog. But to answer the actual poll question, will both LA teams go home in the first round? I'm going to say no. I'm not going to overreact to game 1. I mean, we see this every single year. We see, teams split the first 2 games. Obviously, the way the Lakers lost looked so bad, but at the same time, I don't see the Timberwolves shooting so well from deep again, like just every single game. Those guys could miss from the 3-point line, the other night. So I don't see that happening every single game. I think Lakers will bounce back in game 2, split as they go back home to Minnesota. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be as easy as a series as everyone thought it would be going into it. I think it will go 6, even potentially 7, because I got so much respect for Ant Edwards, right? So I think they'll win. Now, the Clippers series, man, that's a tough one, because going into this series, I thought it was going to go 7, because the Nuggets and the Clippers are both, great team. That was a great game. We could say the Clippers choked because they're the Clippers, but at the same time, the Nuggets just made plays at the right time. If Westbrook doesn't make that 3, the game is over. You know what I'm saying? It's that quick, it's that simple. And they went back and forth. I think, that series can go either way, but that series is hard to pick who's going to win. If I had to pick a winner on there, life on the line, I'm actually going to stick with the Clippers. I'm not going to lie, because Kawhi looks different right now that he's healthy. Harden, he played well. He's gotten foul trouble. That's the only thing that messed him up. He got in foul trouble early, and he couldn't be as aggressive throughout the rest of the game. But I think that series is definitely going 7. If I had to make a choice right now, I'm going to go with the Clippers. So I'm going to say no. I think actually both LA teams will win and make it to the next round.
Yeah.
You can't overreact, JB. You can't overreact. And you said a statement during your opening. You said that, the offense was going through LeBron. You are aware Luka dropped 37, I think, the other night.
Yeah, but here's my point, Smitty.
LeBron had like 19 or something. Like, it was,
No, but here's the point, though. Like, did you notice Luka, you talk about stats all the time. Are they meaningful points, or are they 37 points? The game, when it was close in the beginning, it was running through Luka. The game when he scored a bunch of fucking like meaningless points when the game was already out of hand, though. Like, I'm looking at the game, the flow of the game, Smitty, and it goes back to LeBron. Now, I get LeBron doesn't need to have – LeBron can have 19 points, but if he had 12 assists and 12 rebounds and 5 steals and getting in the lane and fucking creating offense from his defense, that's the LeBron that wins games, always has. Cleveland, Miami, here. That isn't what happened the other night, dog. Like, let's be honest. Look at the flow of the game. That game is not – Luka can score 37 in bed. It's not like it was like going through him, though. Look at his 37 last year versus Minnesota, and then look at it the other night when he was in Dallas and he dominated Minnesota in that whatever round that was, the semis.
Yeah.
Look at that game and then look at last night. I'm not saying same team, of course, but I'm just saying
I got you.
It sounds like another LeBron. Like, we got to get LeBron's legacy. JJ Redick it looked bad, homie. Just watching the game, I shut it off. We were at the bar, and I'm like, turn this motherfucker to the fucking.
Damn, am I freezing up? Hold on, am I freezing up or JB froze up? Oh, I'm still good. I thought my computer was tripping. Lord,
what happened? Am I here?
You're here now.
What happened?
You just froze up for me. I thought it was me. I didn't know if it was my computer or your computer.
Connection is pretty. I got a connection issue. I don't know.
You plug in your Ethernet cord, homie.
It's already hardwired on me. I got a new computer too that I'm getting. I got it already. I bought one. I'm just going to use that strictly for the show. I don't know how
they get new computers. I mean, Lord Jesus.
You know what I got? Is one of these. It's this big.
Really?
Motherfucker. Yeah, one of them mini Mac micros or some shit.
Mini Mac micros. Say that 10 times fast, homie.
Enoch selected it.
Oh, okay. We should be good there. Enoch knows all things technology, homie. And he's a serial killer. So.
And I got a drone.
What do you need a drone for? He just be spinning. He got a yacht. He got a drone. He got 2 expensive ass untrained.
Let me explain. So sometimes
he got a mist fan in his backyard. Like it don't make no sense.
Hold on though. Some of the shit I get is because of like the spending or something I've used. So like some of the shit I get, I got the yacht. I got the jet ski. You know, was like
jet ski. But
that was a gift for the deal on that. The same with this. Like I got this drone thrown to me when I got the computer because I've spent a lot of money at this particular place. So they're like, "Hey man, coach," and the guys knows me. They're like, "Hey coach, you want to make that yacht look really fire?" And this motherfucker gave me like a DJI Flip something. It's like a couple $1,000 fucking drone. It has a 8K camera.
What?
And you hit a button, Smitty, and it follows the boat, and I don't gotta do shit.
Ain't no way it's that simple, homie.
Well, of course it ain't gonna be that simple, but I'm just saying that's what they say it does.
I'll say this: I wouldn't. If I'm you, I would let an expert come over there and let Rory come over there and fly it. I wouldn't.
Oh no, I'm not flying the drone.
I'm making sure. I know. I'm
just telling you. Yeah, I'm not flying the drone.
You would mess it up. Yeah, you would break it.
Yeah, I'm not flying the drone. I'm not flying the drone.
You'll break it immediately.
Somebody said the DJI Flip is horrible.
Right, because like to the novice person like me, I don't know what it's like that. It sounds like incredible.
I couldn't tell you if it flipped or not. I couldn't tell you shit about it. All I know is it's free.
If it's free, it's for me, homie. If it's free, it's for me. Okay.
Hey, Smitty, and it goes 40 miles an hour. So I could chase the boat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The yacht. Here's the goal, Smitty. I can see both teams losing in the first round, especially the Clippers, because the Clippers, they done fucked up. You know you done fucked up. You done fucked up, right? Smitty, you don't lose that game. That was your only opportunity to win the series. It's over. It's over. Denver has a chip on their shoulder, getting their coach fired, all the shit that's going on there. You had an opportunity to seal the deal and tell Denver, hey, man, let's go home. Cancun. We fired our coach anyway. You feel me? You know what I'm saying, though?
Like it's for sure.
It was an easy excuse. Easy excuse.
But what happens if the Clippers go here and win game 2?
Nothing. They still lose. That's my point. Denver could give them that game. It's already over. They got home court.
Like, it is. If I'm on the road, my job is to just win one. That's how you shift home court advantage. Win one. You're not supposed to go out there and win the first 2 games on the road. So as long as Clippers go out there and win this, come back to Inglewood, tied 1-1, I'm gonna go to the game. They're right where they want to be at. That's why I'm not overreacting. I think John Morant had a good quote. Now we didn't even talk about that yet. They got embarrassed. They got dogged. That was one of the worst playoff losses ever. It looked horrible. It was no thoughts thrown, no bombs thrown. There was no shooting, nothing happened in that game. They got destroyed. But he did make a good point. He said, hey, we go out here and win this next game. Then that first game, like the blowout, the score, none of that really matters. And then we go back split 1-1. So that's why I'm like, man, we gotta take a deep breath, relax, not overreact. I would be shocked if both LA teams went home at the first round. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shocked.
Hey, Bailey, look at this private chat. See if you can find that for me. Smitty, I don't know if you see this, but there's a instrumental human out there that kind of is upset at the world, right? And this is kind of it's the NBA world. And And I don't know if you saw it, but somebody, this is something you and I talked about a few weeks ago when the John Morant thing, when they find him, and then he came back, basically threw a grenade after and was like, "Screw you," whatever. Remember, I said, man, you could blame him for being immature and doing the dumb shit he's doing, but I said the league has a problem because you haven't banned the act from the league. You didn't ban the gun-toting graphics from the league. You don't see the whole thing here, but Smitty, there was a tweet with this attached, and the father, who was a known person, was like, "My son asked me today, can you get me the gun Anthony Edwards uses?" And he said the NBA has an issue because you need to take this completely out of the NBA because our youngsters are looking at it. As you and I have been talking about, you don't have to be a mentor or a role model, but you are to these young cats out here who's watching this shit. Now, I can care less. It's a you problem at the end of the day, but like, ban the shit or don't. But don't just start pointing out one dude because they're all doing it. Smitty and I said this. They all do it. The NFL banned it league-wide. This is not league-wide. It's for one person, John Morant. Like, to me, it sounds dumb. It looks really fucked up optically, too. So, like, I don't know, Smitty.
Was this a gun point that Anthony Edwards did last
He
night?
did like this, I guess, and then you see that
Oh,
part.
when I saw that, I didn't even see that as a gun point. I thought he was kind of trolling Luka. But regardless, your overall point, I hear you. You know, I don't know. I just feel like players are treated differently based upon their history. I mean, Rasheed Wallace used to.
I thought that isn't that Spider-Man or some shit.
That's why I thought it. Like, honestly, I didn't see that as no gun thing at all. This example, you know,
Maybe it's a bad one. Maybe it's a shitty one.
It looks like he's shooting like a web at him, like, but he just really just pointing like the three at him because he just shot in his head, you know, shot right in front of him. So, but anyway, the way I look at it though, man, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, maybe they should just ban any type of weapon celebration, I guess is what you would say. It's just like, I don't know. It just sounds silly to say that, right? It just sounds silly. And John Morant.
Did you say weapons violation?
I said weapon celebration. Any weapon, I guess, right? I mean, because it would have to be that way. Like, you can't just say no gun celebration. Okay, and then you'll throw the bomb. And again, John Morant about it. He said, I wasn't throwing a grenade. This is me throwing out the negativity. Of course, he's going to say whatever he's going to say. But to his point, though, even though we all know behind the scenes what's really going on, he could say that, though. And, like, the league can't technically tell him that that's
he fuck around and sue the league, Smitty. You fuck around, fuck around, turn around, and sue the league. That's how soft this is how the world's become, homie. Sue.
No, he ain't gonna sue for real. But I hear you saying. But the point is though, like, how do you regulate this? Like, how does Luka have to go like this? Because like to get this cobwebs off, is that get him in trouble? Like, if he was so strong, no, I don't think he'll be able to get out really. Like, get the webs off. Like, you gotta get. Does he have to do that in his response to the gun or to the spider web, homie? I'm just saying, homie. Like if when Ja throws the grenade skyhook, does the crowd need to back in the day all act like they got blown up? Like, what's cracking, homie? What are we living in? It's not a grenade, homie. It's him throwing away those negative thoughts and not listening to the outsiders, and that's what he's doing. So,
remember 2 years ago when you started the show? That's crazy to sound. That's crazy.
I know. I've been
anyway.
That's crazy.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you
this year.
Shout out to you, man. Hopefully you can make it. Here's the thing. Like, do you remember when I said American sports are dead? Yeah, like 2 years ago you said that. Remember I've been on that tip? Yep, I disagree. I know. Sure looks like they're dying, don't it? They don't. It literally doesn't. Ratings are ratings are good right now. The NBA just signed a new huge TV deal, making billions billions of dollars. Super Bowl views was still popping. Wait, what did you say is good? Huh? What did you say that was good? You said ratings? Over, you said American sports, right? We're not talking just NBA. Yeah. Oh, yeah. American sports, yes. Yeah. Well, American sports, yeah, definitely dying. It's bad. Look at college football, college basketball. I mean, look at this. It's horrible. There's no competitive. Yeah, there's nothing competitive anymore. There's no like competitive fire. I mean, cats are gonna get their names called. Shedeur Sanders got his shit retired and just kind of was out there like, like it's a joke, homie.
Everybody don't show the same emotion when good things happen. I remember on Christmas Day, my parents sometimes like didn't know how I felt because I wouldn't always be the guy that was. Some people just be like, "Dang, thanks, Pop, thanks, Mom." You know what I'm saying? Like they're just as excited.
You know why? Because like when if I got a present, I was over ecstatic just because that's like the respect factor.
Well, you're a very emotional person. That makes sense.
But then y'all want us to respect you, but
you're very emotional, so I get it.
Smitty, let's dive into the first round of things here because as I predicted and said, it's final. Go ahead and pronounce his name and introduce this topic.
Well, out of respect to you knowing the family, I'm just saying his first name. I don't want to Jacob's last name. I know it. I knew it, but I forgot it. So I'm going to call him Nico. So, Nico officially committed to UCLA. Like you said, JB. You know, he put out like a long, it's like a tweet or a quote, you know, kind of thanking God and thanking his family and, you know, kind of talking about his journey ending at Tennessee and things of that nature. But he's excited and he's officially committed to UCLA. It's here. I guess I'll ask you, man, you being a UCLA, you know, fan, you knowing Nico and, you know, knowing the family, etc. Do you think this is a good fit? Was this the right move? What's your initial thoughts of seeing this?
Yeah, it's the right move because he's an LA kid. He should have went there from the jump. There's no more relationship building, as I've already said, and beat a dead horse. We're not going to beat a dead horse again. He's I would have never took him if I was Tennessee's coach, and now Tennessee's reaching. One of your colleagues called out the Tennessee head coach, Josh Heupel, and said, this can end up biting you in the ass, even though I get what you did. Tennessee has no quarterback, homie. And I get it. But, like, at the end of the day, this guy is at the end of the day, all the shit he's taking on from leaving, he was a Heisman hopeful, correct?
Hopeful, yep.
And his name was in them. You know, when they start bringing your name up early as a Heisman deal, so you know they're gonna put you in the Heisman consideration unless you just shit the bed, right? So they knew he was going to be in the Heisman conversation. So like it's funny that Tennessee now needs a quarterback, and this kid is at least at home. I think he's going to be much better at home. That's all. Now, is he the Heisman Trophy winner? No, I'm not saying all that. I'm just saying he'll be much better at home than he was away. And like I said, Smitty, I wish they wouldn't have paid him, though. And that's my boy. I wish they would not have paid him. We need to break the cycle some way, and it's a vicious cycle at that. We need to break it and humble some of these guys. At the end of the day, some of these kids need to be humbled and understand what humility really is. That's all I'm saying. And it would have been great to see this guy earn hits so he can understand that NFL is my ultimate goal, not transferring year to year to fucking different colleges to grab a bag. I just don't get it.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, but he did take kind of a big hit in comparison to, you know, what he was, you know, getting at Tennessee.
Or he's ungrateful for what he got at all. Like not everybody gets paid, Smitty. I'm gonna be real. And you and I should be two guys talking, even though we're from different generations, but we had the same exact rules and bylaws when we both played. We didn't get paid a dime. So unless it was from somebody on the slick side tip, we didn't get no dollars. So we shouldn't feel sorry for these dudes.
Oh, yeah, definitely don't feel sorry.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like I'm all for the kids getting paid, but I ain't getting this way we've done it. We already agree is a way that I don't know is sustainable, and it's definitely not conducive for success. I think it's creating bad play in the NFL, but that's a whole nother show. But I'm just saying, I don't feel sorry for none of these dudes. And when we're going to say he took a hit from $2 million, $2.4 million or whatever to 1.7, and in California taxes, and you want to add all that other shit to it, man, come on, homie. And I know the cats where they came from, and I'm cool. I'm happy that they got their bread. But like at the same time, I'm from the same streets.
Right.
I didn't get paid shit. I aspired to be an NFL quarterback. I wanted to go do that. I never thought about getting paid in college. So, like, we had to go get jobs and then hit the weight room at 5 a.m. and then still go out and try to have a life in college and try to get some pussy and try to drink, you know. So anyway, it is what it is, man. But I don't feel any fucking nothing for him. And I love the kid. I don't feel shit about sad. You lost $700,000, motherfucker, please.
Nah,
we never saw $700,000.
Right, exactly. It wasn't even in your account yet. It ain't like they took it from your account. It probably wasn't even there yet. So you
like my thing is, Smitty. My thing is, how do we really expect the quarterback to get better in college and then be legitimate an NFL guy, which means the best of the best in the whole wide world? How are we expecting all this if all we do is chase bags in college and we can't even finish a season at one school? How are we really going to get better fundamentally, cerebral wise, just learning the game? Like, how are we supposed to get better? And I just keep hearing the normal average fan talk about get your money, youngster. Woo. I don't see the big picture here. The NFL quarterback is bad, homie. It's getting worse. And we got guys going 4 places in 4 years. How are they really getting better? Like, listen, you can go through 4 coaches, and I get it. In the NFL, you'll be traded 4 times possibly, right?
Yep.
But you're in the NFL. Those coaches better be the elite of the elite. And at the end of the day, in college, if you transfer 4 times, when you haven't become fully developed, you're learning 4 philosophies, Smitty, in 4 years, and you're starting over, in essence, every single semester.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out. I don't get it.
For quarterback specifically, I think that's extremely tough. Running backs, receivers, I kind of got mixed feelings about that because, at the end of the day, a route's a route. You know what I mean? You're going A-gap is A-gap. You're going to do your thing. But for quarterback specifically, I kind of, tend to agree with you. That when you keep transferring, in and out of schools, that's tough. And again, y'all know I'm with players getting money. But the thing is, he had the money. He had the $2.4 million. So, like, it's not like he didn't. It ain't like he leveled up. It's not like he went from a small school to a big school. He actually took a step down for kind of being honest. So, has
anyone ever mentioned this to anybody? I'm curious. I want to ask it somebody. So, like, a couple years ago, we had a guy like Daniel Jones got paid a super large amount of money, right?
Yeah.
And then we cut guys, and then we signed Kyler Murray to a big time deal, and then we got Tua got a big time deal, and then
Trevor Lawrence.
Sunshine Lawrence got a big time deal, right?
Yeah. And
then we got Justin Fields, who's on the verge of getting paid, and they said, we're going to trade you for a Chico stick and string cheese. And then we got Kenny Smallhands Pickett. We draft first round. Then we get rid of him, Chico stick and string cheese. Has anyone put all this together and figured out that all we're doing is robbing Peter to pay Paul? Like, do anyone understand we're throwing shit at the wall to see if it sticks because the quarterback is the position itself is so bad that we're just going to the next guy right away instead of developing anyone? Because in the NFL, you're not supposed to be developing guys. You're supposed to be teaching them your system. We haven't been developed in college. It's so bad that the NFL guy now gets these guys and are running through them because they're like, fuck, we got to just keep going until we find. Tennessee's about to draft their fucking 3rd quarterback, Smitty, in 3 years. Like, come on, man. Look at the guys that have been drafted in the last few years, and then we're just getting rid of guys. We're paying a guy because we don't think there's another guy out there, and then we just let that guy go. Daniel Jones went to Minnesota after they paid him an astronomical amount of money and hoping for the next guy. And then they'll do the same thing with the next guy. The Giants just signed Jameis Winston and old Russell Wilson, homie. Come on, man. We can't sit here and think that this draft class and the next one's coming down the pike are really going to be good. Like, seriously, look at the 23 class alone where Nico was in. Nico was in the 23 class with Arch Manning.
Yep.
And I think there's like 10 other QBs. And out of 10, 9 of them transferred already in college. And none of the 9 have had success. Arch Manning, who's set, is the only one
Yeah.
that's about to have success or had success. Like, seriously, like, think about it. And we're sitting here endorsing the portal as, oh, you don't like it, go to the next place. Dog, how are you going to get better? You can't fucking develop no tough skin. You can't fucking take coaching. You can't take criticism. All you're doing is chasing a bag. You're not getting better at all. And we're out here, the common fan is out here endorsing you to transfer. 9 of the 10 2023 top quarterbacks have been zeros, nada, done nothing. And you guys think it's really conducive? You think it's sustainable? Come on, man. You guys got to open your eyes, dog. This is bad.
No, I think you hit the nail on the head, my guy. We shall see what happens, man. You know, draft is this week, and time will tell. I think last year we didn't think the quarterback draft was going to be as good as it was, and it was. I mean, after 1 year, it looks like it's going to be really good. So,
Smitty, I want to ask you something real quick before we move on to the next topic. I want to ask you, Shedeur got his jersey numbers. I was getting blown up. I was on the yacht. And people are like, dog, have you seen this cat while they're doing it? He's like, he's just kind of out there. He kind of seems like he's not even involved. What whoop-de-whoop. I want to throw some names at you real quick. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Tim Tebow, Johnny Manziel, Lamar Jackson, your guy, Matt Ryan, Adrian Peterson, Vince Young, Deshaun Watson for what he did at Clemson, Andrew Luck, your guy, Baker Mayfield for what he did, Marcus Mariota, Heisman Trophy winner, what he did at Oregon. Christian McCaffrey, Trevor Lawrence for what he did at Clemson. A guy like Chase Young or Devontae Smith, who won the Heisman at Alabama. None of them guys have had their jersey retired.
Yeah. I
mean, I'm just saying, homie.
But my only problem with that is that ain't got nothing to do with me. They ain't got nothing to do with my university. I can't control that these other schools haven't made smart decisions and retired Adrian Peterson and Cam Newton and Tim Tebow. And I would argue those guys should have been had they stuff retired. Like, duh, Tim Tebow's arguably one of the greatest college players of all time. Cam Newton, same thing. So the list goes on and on. Like Lamar Jackson, Heisman winner. Like, so basically you're saying if I'm a university, I got to look at other universities and be like, oh, they didn't retire. They're great. So I guess I got to just wait. Like, that's the only thing. Now, we're on the same page as far as this whole thing was way too fast. We are in agreement on that. Even with Travis Hunter, even though we all know Travis Hunter, or we all don't trip that Travis Hunter got his stuff retired because he's a Heisman, we even with him, we're like, all right, this was super fast, you know, like super fast, which I agree with that. But at the end of the day, like as a university, I can make my decisions. Like I don't have to wait because Florida didn't do it with Tebow, or like that's the part I disagree with.
Yeah, well, it doesn't make sense, but it doesn't make sense. I just named those type of players. And we got a guy who went 13-12 and did nothing really in 2 years at that place, other than what, like be his son's the daddy.
I know we say 13-12, and like it's like cool. That record's not amazing, but it's the distance travel, it's the road travel. It's like when I got here, where we at?
Let me ask you, but here's the fact.
Then we go win 4 games the first year, or 4 games first year, and then we go win 9 games. So it's like, okay, with me as your leader of your team, your quarterback, we're consistently going up and getting better. And then, okay, you want to use numbers to all 13-12. Let's go all the numbers in. Let's go look at my passing yards and see where I rank here at Colorado. Let's go look at my passing touchdown. Let's look at the fact that I led us to a bowl game. Yeah, did they not play with a bowl game? No, they didn't. But again, distance travel. Distance travel. It's not like he wasn't at a Florida. He wasn't at a Bama. He wasn't at some like premier program. No offense to the Mad and Colorado fans everywhere, but Colorado just, you know, they're a respected program, but they're not one of those powerhouse teams. So he had to really like get this team back to being relevant, which he did, and he made big play after big play. So my thing is, listen, I'm not saying Shedeur is a guaranteed, this easy shoe in to get his jersey retired. You know, like whatever he like. But at the end of the day, I'm not like completely just pissed off. Like, oh my God, this makes absolutely 0 sense. He didn't do anything. Like, nah, it ain't like he's still arguably the best quarterback they've ever had. You could argue that. You know, worst case scenario, even Matt, who's an alum, said, "Oh yeah, worst case scenario. I mean, he's for sure top 3, top 5 quarterback at least." So I'm like, all right, cool. So like, it's not like the end of the world that he got his jersey retired. The reason people are mad is because previous legends prior to Deion getting there did not get their jersey and number retired, which has nothing to do with Deion. It's not his fault. He can't control what previous staffs didn't do. Now, what I would say, What would be player is if Deion, since he is in control, went ahead and retired some of those legends that people are upset about and feel like should have been retired. If he does that, I think it's like, okay, cool.
Too late, homie.
It ain't too late, homie.
What do you mean it's too late? The best number 2 in the history of the school is not retired, homie. Come on, man. Stop defending this shit. Come on, homie. Figure it out. It's easy to say figure it out after the fact that you already fucked up.
Put a number, do 2 number 2s. It ain't the end of the world. My point is,
come on, homie. Think about it. Think about it.
You get retired, seeing your, like you said, okay, put another number 2 up there with your last name. Okay, cool. Like, it's not the big of a deal. Like,
but the fact of the matter is, homie, you guys got Colorado has quarterbacks that have done other guys who wore those numbers who didn't get retired yet. You can't go back now, Smitty, and do it just because people are mad that you did your son. It doesn't make that doesn't how it's not. That doesn't fix everything.
Look at the fact of what some of these legends did and be like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and look out and do it. But I'm saying we're getting mad at Deion for what other previous staffs didn't do. That makes no sense.
No, I'm not actually mad at Deion at all. I'm actually mad at the fact that we're gonna cover it up and act as if this was Rick George's fucking call. Come on, man. We got to stop being so naive. Let's be honest. Any of those guys I just named, every single one of them had better careers than Shedeur Sanders. Let's be honest.
As far as winning games.
I mean, just period. Just better players. Winning games. Like I could throw hits and slam screen all day long, Smitty. Come on, homie.
We're talking about winning games because you start throwing numbers out there.
Stats are stats. Stats are stats. And my eyes work.
Do QB to QB comparison. Do QB to QB comparison with numbers. That's not a fact.
But now, numbers don't mean shit to me. I know what. So let me ask you something. Would you take Shedeur Sanders or Andrew Luck in college?
Andrew Luck.
Shedeur Sanders or Tebow?
In college?
In college. Yes, in college. What do you mean in college?
I'm just making sure because I don't think Tebow's a better quarterback than Shedeur. I don't.
In college, homie. Who you taking?
In college.
Thank you. So
I would take Tebow over probably Troy Aikman in college.
Okay, thank you. So here's my point.
I'm just making in college.
Yeah. But Troy Aikman didn't get retired at UCLA, homie, until he won 3 Super Bowls. What are you talking about? Like, you got to be kidding me, homie. I could go down this whole list. There's not one guy you're taking Shedeur Sanders over because he broke Colorado records in passing. Come on, homie.
University is its own entity. Like
I get all that. It doesn't matter. The point of the fact of the matter is the player, though, Smitty.
You're talking like this.
Come on, homie.
It don't matter. This is
come on, man. You're looking at these stats from fucking throwing slam screen and fucking bubble, homie. That's the all-time leading passer in 2 years because the Colorado threw the ball 70 times a game versus teams that won triple option. Come on, homie. Come on, man.
First of all, they didn't throw the ball 70 times a game, number one. Number two, even if they did throw it 70 times, you still got to fucking complete the pass, homie. You still got to get down the field. And again, they won games. That's about that. You had like Colorado went 3-9, and he just had empty stats. No, homie, they literally improved. It won 9 games. I don't care who they play.
You guys see on this 9-game season, they're 13-12, homie. 13-12. Stop defending this weak ass shit, homie.
1-11, homie.
13-12.
We don't understand.
13-12.
We don't understand it, homie.
How many bowl games did they win? How many championships? How many bowl games did he win at Jackson State?
Baby, do you know how tough it is to take a 1-11 program and turn it around? I thought you would know. Did you take over a bad program in Indy and have to flip it around and turn it around quick like the shit happens?
What does that have to do with retiring a jersey?
I'm saying I'm saying that because you keep downgrading the fact that they won 9 games. That's a big deal.
It's a big deal in a shitty conference for 1 year, homie.
They're a part of the shitty conference. Hey, so that's like saying if Ball State wins 9 games next year, or they're in a shitty conference. Well,
you can't tell me. But it's all
relative to where they're
okay, I'm glad you used that word relative because years ago you would have been like,
"Come on, homie."
Well, fuck, 13-12. I mean, damn, really? We're not celebrating. We're not celebrating that, are we? Like now it's relative. All of a sudden, we're relative in a mediocre world. That mediocrity has become our new excellence, and now 13-12 gets a guy jersey retired. Come on, homie. Like I know you're not defending it in that sense. But I'm just saying this whole thing about the kid being Deion's son is the reason you're mad? No, it's not. It's the reason you got the fucking jersey retired. Let's just keep it funky. Like, come on, man. It's crazy how we flipped that shit and put it on Rick George, though. That's the problem. I respect Deion more if he just came out and said, hell yeah, I want to get my son's jersey up in that motherfucker. I'd have been like, shit, fuck it. We know Travis Hunter's going to get it eventually. He's the Heisman winner. But this other cat, come on, man. Let's be honest.
I don't like you. Like, it's clever if you're trying to make a point. You keep going this 13-12. Like, okay, but how did I get 13-12? I was like, look at the Vikings. Like 2 years ago, they went like 7-10. And then last year they went 14-3. But but if you want to like try to be funny or be negative, but they went 21 and 13 in the last like 2 seasons. It's like, yeah, but like what's the context? Like what's the storyline? Like why? Like how did they get there? What was the role? Where did they start? Where are they at? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me that matters. And I think you're not respecting what Shedeur did enough. Now, cool. I'm not saying he's a guaranteed retire. I don't care if he retires number or not. I'm saying at the same time, let's not act like the motherfucker didn't ball out though. Like, let's not act like he's about to be a first round drafted quarterback.
Here's the issue that I have yet to hear anybody talk about, and we'll end it at this. We'll go to commercial real quick. We got a loaded lineup today. Appreciate everybody joining us. If Cody Hawkins' daddy, Dan Hawkins, who was a friend of mine, had retired his son, Cody Hawkins, the fucking world would have erupted, homie. I ain't ever heard the fact that we should go back and say, can Dan Hawkins induct Cody Hawkins? Because I don't know if you guys know, but Cody Hawkins, I know you don't know. That's the problem about it. It ain't your problem. I'm just saying this is why a lot of people don't know. Cody Hawkins, by the way, threw for 7,731 yards. Shedeur Sanders broke it with 73-64, 33 yards more. And Sanders tied his record of 63 touchdowns. Cody Hawkins also holds several other passing records at Colorado. So it's not like the cat was chopped liver, but why isn't he in the motherfucker? Why is it Coy Deppner in the thing? I'm throwing out names that never even fucking won anything like Darian Hagan or Cordell Stewart. I'm throwing guys out here that have better overall number and record. And we didn't put him in. This is nepotism at its finest. Cody Hawkins should be in too. Dan Hawkins' ass should have put his ass in. I'm just saying. But I ain't heard nobody mention that shit. Only Prime Sexuals defending the motherfucker is the only one that won't say that shit. But what do I know? We're going to take a commercial break, Smitty.
How many seasons did Cody Hawkins play at Colorado?
I think 3 or 4.
Okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and go to break. And yeah, we got a loaded show.
We also know they got 21 personnel, Smitty.
I'm just curious. I didn't say no. I'm just curious. 3 or 4 compared to 2 seasons, and your stats are already got beat. It just I don't know. It's intriguing.
Oh, I get it.
But
hey,
anyway,
I
we'll go ahead and move on to break. I
broke a lot of Fort Hays State passing records in my 2 years too. It doesn't mean I was the best quarterback in the history of the school either. But we threw the ball more. As evolution happens, guess what? You get into more 4 wides, empty. You throw the ball over the park. Back when they won, guess what they did? They ran 21 personnel, wishbone, triple option, veer. So you didn't throw the ball. So, I don't know if you knew how football worked. Maybe you didn't. Yeah.
It's not an excuse to me. But okay.
That's what I'm here to teach. It's
not an excuse to me. So, but all right.
Pound that like button, man. We'll be back in what? 4?
4 is cool.
Be right back. Peace. We're done, Matt. We're done with I think we're done. This is like the boiling point. We're fucking cooked.
Yes.
Go ahead and show it, Bailey.
Oh.
High school athlete turns down $750,000 to transfer.
In college?
High school.
High school. Whoa. So rivals 4-star Alabama's #1 2027 recruit Cam Pritchett turned down $750,000 transfer offer to stay at Thompson High School. In a move that's making waves across the high school football world, this 4-star defensive end top-ranked player has officially declined the transfer offer to leave Thompson High School. I guess it came from like a high-profile collective in a state that allowed high school athletes to profit from NIL deals. So yeah, this is crazy, right?
$750K to just play high school football, to transfer to another high school and play.
Yeah.
And he said no?
Yeah.
What? Number one, this is fucking ridiculous. But number two, it's more ridiculous that you said no. What are you doing?
Oh, JB should love this though, right? JB should love this. He stayed.
Fucked up.
I love it. I love that he stayed.
I mean, look, I'm glad. I got that glad he stayed too. Did they give him what they give him? A fucking, like you say, a JUCO stick and a fucking beef jerky or something?
I don't know. I don't know if it's loyalty. I don't know if Thompson came. By the way, I've recruited a shitload of kids from Thompson. Thompson's a powerhouse. They got fucking dudes, and I'm trying to figure out either they paid them or not. I don't know. But what the problem is, Matt. The problem is
the kid. I'm not mad at the kid. Nah. Either direction you want to go, cool. I would have taken the money, but I will say this: the system is officially broken, bro. We're on the pit of hell. This is bad.
Yeah, that's the problem. The problem is, Matt, that a high school even offered it to a high school kid. That's the problem. Fuck all the if he goes or not or stays and takes the money. This is the problem, homie. The problem is that they fucking are offering it now. That's the issue.
750.
To win a state championship.
People look at this. People, and this is just the nature of business, I guess. But folks, like especially people in Colorado, if you're watching, which you're probably not, because it's Hobby Town, Colorado. This is business. Like you can't not invest in yourself as a football player, or like not train or not work. You can't not get up in the morning and you can't not watch film and expect to be successful, bro. There's big time money getting thrown around out there. You can't just expect to be able to go to some fucking t-shirt camp for $50 and be like, oh, I really learned something today. It can't be a hobby. You either need football, all right, or you just like it. And guys who like it, you ain't gonna like it forever, because there's mongrels out there that are putting them fucking hands on you. And 750 G's, damn dog, this kid must be a fucking baller.
Yeah, Jay Earn, Mater and Bosco don't have to give $750K to the players. By the way, they don't have fucking $100 million, homie. Mater and Bosco have the best high school teams in America. They're number 1 and 2 in America every year.
Well, do you think that this will set a precedent that high school kids start getting broke off now?
It's happening out here. It's been happening in Mater Dei. Like I got kids snatched from me in high school that I would have normally.
So what, is this just like you anonymous donors and shit? People with fucking bread that are just
the private schools are the private schools in California, like Mater Dei, Bosco, this particular league with all these powerhouses. Carson Palmer now got a head coaching job at his alma mater, Santa Margarita. They're in the same league. Jay Sarah, Olu, all these powerhouses. All of them, the head coaches are making big time money. They got houses. They get it's like a Texas type of deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, my boy Brett got an IMG. Is living a nice, cushy lifestyle while he plays football. So,
and that's a revolving door. That job. That job.
Nice,
that job is a fucking new coach every other year. Here's the deal. This Mater Dei thing and these other schools, like they need to have their own. Parochial schools need to go solo. Like they don't need to be playing public schools in the hood, because they don't have the resources, and it's stupid. And they're plucking, and the rules aren't even the same, especially not in California. I mean, look at your powerhouses in Denver. Like they're all parochial. They're all private. They're all for the most part.
Not really. We only really have one good. It's not the same, bro.
No, I know it's not the same.
No, same Indiana either.
Yeah, no doubt. But here in California, that's why I said it. Here in California, the private schools need to have their own league. The Trinity. in the building. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member if you're not one, man. Lot going on, Smitty. Man, that's crazy. I don't know if that's real or not, Bailey, that I sent you in the private chat. But very interesting to say the least. We'll see what happens there. Smitty, let's dive into it before our guests jump on.
What time is our first guest coming on? I don't think it's like to another hour, right?
Right, sir.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, I'm just keep going until we see somebody down low. Pause. So, all right, man. Well, let's talk a little bit of Matt Rule here, man. Due to the 105-player cap, Matt Rule is adding a scrimmage to the April 26th Husker games for those players not projected to make the roster. Check this out.
After being told you were not going to be in the 105. So I'm going to put them out there. And I'll tell my wife and kids to come watch them play. Could be their last time. Maybe they'll end up being a starter here someday. I bet you there's someone that plays in this thing on next Saturday that'll be a starter someday. So we'll celebrate the former players. We'll celebrate the guys. So, you can see the Dillons and Jacoris and all those guys out there, doing a bunch of stuff. But I just decided really yesterday, you know what? When they decided it was 105, I owe it to those kids to let them have a chance, one last chance, to go out there and put some stuff on tape. And then if they're not going to make it, we'll send that tape to all the schools that they want to. They'll have some more tape to send out. But I hope our fans, like I said, I hope our fans will come out and watch those kids.
So, JB, I can already see by your face expression, man. What you thinking about this, man? I guess I'll throw my quick line out. I just think it's crazy that we're even at this point in time now in which we have to even consider doing things like this. Basically a spring game for players who won't make the roster, like who won't. It just sounds crazy, but this is where we're at. And I guess shout out to Matt Rule for at least trying to, give these players a shot to like showcase their skills so that other teams, other schools can see them. And there might be some lower level schools or other teams that may need some of these players in certain positions. So shout out to him for doing that. But I think the bigger problem is that he has to do this. It's kind of where I'm at, JB.
Yeah, good point. I mean, that's kind of the same deal. It's a lot of wasted energy right there. It's a lot of wasted energy. Coaches that I used to do going above and beyond for my kids. At some point, though, you can't save them all.
Yeah. And
at some point, it's become like, I don't think Matt Rule belongs in this coaching era. He can't do it. He can't do it. There's certain people that just can't do it anymore because of the restraints that have been put on us. The old school coach, the old school style is gone. I think Sark and Lane are at the edge of it. Luckily, their personalities and their social media presence has allowed them to kind of stay relative. Other guys like Rule and these other old school guys, Rich Rod, I'm curious to see how he gets back in the helm of things at West Virginia. Day is still young enough. Certain guys, Dabo Sweeney. I'm interested to see the next year or two what happens there. Kirby Smart, last few years, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you, dog, the Kenny Dillinghams and the Lannings and these younger cats, 30s, 33, 34-year-old cats, are the ones to seemingly, first of all, they don't understand. Like, they understand as GAs the grind that it used to be, but they also, like, don't understand. They're cool with it now, though, because this is their era. This is their generation. Social media. Yeah, it's like everyone has their own. They're cool with it. These old school cats, I don't think are fully going to buy in. Like, Matt Rule's not going to fully buy into what's going on.
Yeah,
like,
it's like he's trying to like, understand. It's kind of like seeing who's it, Brian Kelly in the LSU video trying to dance. Like, all right,
trying
to force it, but that ain't you.
Yeah, we see through it. It ain't you. Matt Rule doesn't want to do this shit. He don't want to do this shit. He tried to win football games and do what he could do. He can't do it in this era, in this generation. I don't believe. And I think Nebraska's a dying horse. They've been a lame duck university for quite some time. They got bit by getting rid of Pelini and Solich when they won 9-10 games, and you fired them for winning 9 and 10 games. They haven't recovered since, Smitty. I'm gonna be honest. They have not recovered since. and they thought alum were going to help, and Scott Frost and bringing all these guys didn't do anything. The university is bad, homie. It's just a bad in this current landscape. Lincoln, Nebraska is even though they beat Colorado last year in that game, Colorado's a much better or much more attractable landing spot.
Yeah.
Than Nebraska. Back in the day, Nebraska was the landing spot
all day.
Nowadays, dog, I just don't know, man. I don't know if anybody can fix that Nebraska situation with this current landscape. And last year, everyone was giving them kudos. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. A lot of people was like, "Oh, Matt Rule is
nobody left the portal. Nobody left the portal.
Really?
Yeah,
discipline. Everybody, okay.
Remember, nobody left. Nobody left. Remember?
Yep. Well, after they beat Colorado, it seemed like that was their national title game, and they started just
nobody left, but nobody came in worth a shit either.
Right.
Like I just don't get it, dog. I just think some cats are meant for certain generations. Unless something changes here, where we put a restringent on the rosters from being turned over every semester, it's not going to change, dog. I don't think you can really coach.
Let me ask you why, though. So why do you think you kind of talked about it a little bit, but is the reason why you think that the older generation coaches can be successful in this area is because like they don't have is it the energy of like having to re-recruit your players? Like, I guess what's the biggest thing that you think is what they're lacking? Like, why can a young Dan Lanning do it and do it at a high level, but a Matt Rule, OG coach or whatever, why is he struggling? Like, what's like the thing that's different, you think?
That's the issue. Like, you can't coach anymore. You can't coach. Now, let me make sure I reiterate the word coach. I want to emphasize the word coach. You cannot coach anymore. And the true definition of a coach, Smitty, is to get you where you could not get yourself.
Yep.
How can guys get guys to where they could not get themselves if everybody has their hand out offering a bigger bag of money? And that's not getting you where you couldn't get yourself. That's just giving you something you didn't earn. I don't think you can ever get a guy to where he couldn't get himself anymore. There's no relationships. There's no respect earned or built. There's no respect earned or given. And there's literally no rhyme or reason as to what we're doing this for, other than to get kids money, because everyone said, oh, well, the colleges are making so much. Why not give it to the kids? That's really what the excuse was. This is a pay-to-play deal. And you and I are all in to give the kids money. We would have loved to have been paid. So I'm not going to hate on a kid getting paid now since I couldn't get paid. But at the end of the day, the way that they're doing it has created a horrible product on the football field, and it's taken away what college athletics were supposed to be about. And this is all sports, football, basketball, baseball, everything we're seeing in college right now with 12,000 people in the portal tells you that this isn't what college was for. There's no development. There's no developing tough skin. There's no creating trials and tribulations. We're just allowing cats to escape the real world for about 3 or 4 years, from hopping around from good situation to good situation. In real life, you're not going to be able to hop around, homie. Like, that's what I don't get. College used to set us up for success for the future. Now it sets us up for failure. And I don't know if this is a conducive way to do business. I just don't think so.
I agree with all that. I guess my point, in which I'm a little confused on, though, is like, why can a Ryan Day be successful though? Like
I said, look at the age, look at what more relative to the player. That's why Chip Kelly got out, right, at UCLA as a Power 5 coach. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go out and go be a guy for another guy to win this thing, right? Like, he's more of that tune, like the age.
So
like,
it's recruiting then, basically, is what we're saying.
Not recruiting though, really, because look, they had the highest payroll in college football, if that makes sense. Like, how do you have a payroll? I mean, let's be honest. You bought it. Like, I give credit to the Florida men's basketball coach who beat Duke, and then, or not Duke, sorry, who beat Houston, and Houston who beat Duke. Duke had the Ohio State roster in basketball.
Right.
Florida had no 5 stars and won it all, right?
Right.
Now they still had transfers, but they didn't have 5 stars like all the Duke team that had all this money on this roster, NIL money. I give that guy credit for doing it that way, even though we're still in the portal, still using the portal, but he got it his way. Houston did the same thing. They got guys they did it his way. Not necessarily the amount of money. It's about how you spread the money out. Right. And you get the guys to buy into your philosophy. Remember, if this was a 12-team playoff, Ohio State is in the same situation as Duke. They don't win it all. So, like, if this was a 4-team playoff, Ohio State's left out, and that's what people don't understand. But if it was a 5th, we'd all be loaded. They got in, they get it done, they all win, and now in the history books, they'll say the highest-paid roster won the college football first-year playoff. And so nobody will forget. Everybody will forget they lost to Michigan again and didn't even win their conference, and nobody will say nothing. They beat a team that beat them earlier in the year in Oregon. Bad. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anyone's going to care. But at the end of the day, the real picture that why I'm saying it is just because my eyes work, like you say, and it's like I see what it's turned to. That's all I'm saying. Right?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think it's an interesting conversation. For me, it's really more so just
look at Dillingham. Dillingham got to the college football playoff in year 1. Now this is a league the Pac-12 used to be that was just riddled of all their players and teams. Yep. So the teams get thrown around to all these other conferences. They stay in there. And basically get moved to the Big 12, and they go through the conference and get into the college football playoff in his second year there at Arizona State. And they weren't really that big in the portal as far as losing or gaining. But Dillingham, younger cat, 33, did it his way.
Yep.
Day, how old's Day? 39 now?
Ryan 40? Day, like 45.
Is he 45? So
your age.
We get age quick, man. I remember he was just 30. He's fucking coaching for Urban. But anyway, it's funny how this shit works.
Yeah. No, like I said, for me, I just think it's an interesting conversation. You know, I never coached, so I don't have no direct knowledge of the why. That's why I was asking you, because, you did it for so long. So I'm just curious. I'm like, damn, I was like, we're naming some of these really legendary or coaches who had success like, 10, 15 years ago, but they're struggling now. And I'm like, damn, what's the thing that they can't grasp? I understand this stuff is different, but it's still football at the end of the day. I got to still try to get the best players I can possibly get on my team. And once I get those players, I got to do my best job of teaching them my scheme and having them, be successful. So it's just, for me, it's just like, damn, what's the difference between those young coaches who are doing it and the coaches who struggling? So, but you answered that good, though. It's just interesting for me. I guess
here's what I'll leave it at this, though. Think about this. Kirby Smart was winning titles. Dabo Swinney was winning titles. Nick Saban was winning titles. Urban Meyer was winning titles. Those 4 coaches dominated the last 10 years before this new era. All right. So, and then Pete Carroll before that.
Yep.
So if you think about the way coaching used to be versus now, what had happened is, that's why I'm so against it. It's become a lazy man's game. A lazy man is making generational wealth as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have lazy kids who are making generational wealth as a player. Here's the difference. Kirby Smart, Dabo, all these guys won through attrition. That means they build a roster, they build a philosophy, they built a structure, they organized the structure through 3 or 4 years, and it was a cycle, right? Just like Alabama was a cycle from Julio Jones to the next guy, to Trent Richardson to the next guy, from Lacey and Richardson on to Derrick Henry. Now you don't have that. There's no legacies anymore within an organization or a university that I can go home and hang my hat on and say, man, I'm an Alabama Crimson Tide through and through. I graduated from there. That's my alma mater. I can go back and ask an alum for a job in 20 years. All it's been changed overnight, seemingly. Right. There is no more structure and organizational demand because players will bounce and go to a new school. So Kirby Smart, Urban Meyer, Pete Carroll, Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, the guys that wanted to or that are stuck in this generation, like I was, to build a program, recruit. By the way, they're still the best recruiters in America. That's why they got the kids there, those schools. Right. They were the best recruiters. When money gets thrown out there, though, Now, the best recruiter is fine and dandy, but if you can outbid a guy and that guy leaves your place, and every year he leaves your place, how can that philosophy work? Now you get a Dillingham, a Day, a younger coach to understand, all right, we're going to go get some money. I'm closer to their age. I can talk to these kids like kids.
Yep.
And I can be their homie instead of their coach. And you might win one, but everyone's going to win one, I believe, in these younger cats. I think Dillingham's on his way to winning one. I don't know if Sark and Lane don't get it done here in the next year or two. I don't know if they'll ever win one. And those are my age guys.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I think you explained that beautifully. And I think that's what it is. Back the old way, it was always, we knew Bama was going to be there. We knew Dabo was going to be there. But now it's like, we don't know. Some people think that's a positive because it gives more teams a chance. But we talk about that forever, though. Our special guest, JB's here, and I'm going to let you do the intro because this right here is a true legend of the game of football.
The legend himself. I can't thank him enough. Denver Bronco, the Orange Crush, unbelievable guy, man. I can't wait to talk to him. The albino rhino, they once called him.
Yeah.
And inducted into the Broncos Hall of Fame. Legendary Carl Mecklenburg joins the show, man. Thank you enough.
Oh, happy to be here.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. You're a legend, man. I watched you growing up. I watched you. This guy wasn't even born, I don't think, yet. Big Smitty. So shout out to you, man. How you been, brother?
Things are good.
Good to hear, man. I got to ask you right out the gate. I got a question that's always been on my mind. You play with two legendary secondary guys. And as a quarterback, I used to watch safety tandems in the NFL when you used to be able to hit guys. I got to ask you, do you think your two safeties, Atwater and Smith, were the two best tandem safeties ever to play football?
Yeah, pretty amazing. And great coverage guys, great leadership guys, and just flat hit you, knock you. I mean, the hardest I've ever been hit on a football field was Dennis Smith knocked me out.
Really?
Yeah. I was covering the tight end down the seam in a 2-deep zone, and Dennis missed the tight end and hit me. I saw the tight end's hands with the ball on top, my hand on top, and the next thing I saw was a trainer.
The trainer. Hey, let me ask you. I know you got inducted into the Broncos Hall of Fame, but in your true opinion, we have Eric Weddle, Super Bowl champ, on the show quite often, and other guys, a lot of NFL, Urlacher and guys come on who got into the Hall of Fame. Guys have mentioned to me, like, Carl Mecklenburg should be in the Hall of Fame. Do you look at it that way at all?
Of course. I mean,
hey, I love it. I didn't know if you were going to be like, I'm glad you said it. I'm glad you said it.
If I had a vote, truthfully, JB, my situation's different. The Hall of Fame is you're comparing guys to other players who played their position. I played all 7 front positions. They don't know what to do with me.
No doubt. That's tough, man. How did you do that? How did you do that? Three Pro Bowls in a row, right?
Yeah, I played it. Yeah, I played in 6. Had some All-Pro honors. Played in 3 Super Bowls out of 4 years there in the middle of my career. We had a very good team, and a big part of it was the coaching. I was drafted as a 240-pound nose guard. I was a 310th pick of the draft, 20 guys away from Mr. Irrelevant. I was that guy. I got to training camp. I tore a hole in one of my socks. Brought the pair of socks into the equipment manager, asked him for a new pair of socks. He said, "What's the matter with the other one?" he only gave me one sock. So that's where I stood when I got to training camp.
Let me ask you before Smitty jumps in here, like this. Speaking of that, it's funny how you said that. Like this era, I'm old school, obviously coaching all this time and all these things. Smitty's having technical issues. The era, where are you at with this era, man? And we got helmet condoms or whatever the hell you call them. We got all the things to try to protect the player, and then they're making more money than ever from guys like yourself who paved the way. Where are you at with this generation and the rules that have been changed? Is it the player's mentality, or has the rules softened the player and the players are just doing what the rules have allowed?
Yeah, there's definitely been change, and that's one thing about football. It's really fluid. My grandfather was a little All-American at University of North Dakota. He played in the 20s. I was watching a game with him, and I made the mistake of saying, "Grandpa, these guys are really big. I don't know if you could play nowadays." Hell, boy, I played when it was a man's game. Didn't have no face mask. Didn't have no pads in my pants. Had to play both ways. So, you know, you got to expect the game to evolve. Yeah, it's different. I don't know if I'd make it now. My game was, I'm gonna hit you. That was my game.
Now you gotta lay the guy down. Now you gotta coddle the guy and lay him on the ground, the quarterback.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different.
Let me transition. You play with legends John Elway and other guys. I gotta ask you, like, Mahomes, this whole take, and I'm not high on him like a lot of others are. I just think the game has changed so much. I don't believe he's even close to a guy like John Elway, who used to give up his body, used to be able to get hit, take a chin shot, still have to deliver the ball. And we threw real routes in the NFL at that time, not just lateral as fast as we can go, which has changed the game. Where are you at with Elway as an all-time great?
No, he was an amazing guy. He was my quarterback my whole career. We were rookies the same year, and just we could do things defensively other teams couldn't do. I mean, we knew if it was close at the end, and Dan Reeves took off the handcuffs at the end all the time, then we were going to win that thing. And it would be really interesting to see what John could do in today's game. With the protection, with the can't bump players. You can't. Used to be if a receiver ran into you could grab him, and it wasn't a penalty. That was kind of what everybody did.
And hit you.
And yeah, now everything is so controlled, and they're throwing the ball all the time. He'd have put up a zillion yards. It would have been crazy to see what would have happened.
Carl, talk to our audience about the Orange Crush. I don't know if Smitty was a youngster when you guys last Super Bowl, or when you finally got it done. You guys get over the hump, and did people understand how great that defense was prior? As far as the all-time greats, I think people skip over. They talk about the Purple People Eaters and the Dallas Cowboys and the Steelers and the Steel Curtain and all these other teams, the great Niner teams. Are you guys underappreciated?
Yeah, I was kind of at the tail end of that. When I got there, the team that had gone to the 77 Super Bowl, I was still in high school in 77.
Right.
The team went to the 77 Super Bowl. A lot of those guys were still on our team. We had Louis Wright and Barney Shavis, Reuben Carter, Randy Gradishar, Tom Jackson, just unbelievable players. But beyond that, just unbelievable guys. I mean, they my rookie year, we had 14 first-year guys. And it was just wow. Cleaned house, right? and it was because the owner was trying to sell the team. There was a guy named Edgar Kaiser wanted to sell the team, and wanted to make sure the books looked better. Rookies are cheaper than veterans, so a whole bunch of rookies, and then these guys who had gone to the top already, and instead of kind of regretting it and feeling bad about it, they really took us under their wing and taught us how to be not only NFL football players, but how to be men. And we were back in the Super Bowl 3 years later. And it was an amazing group. But we had some great players. Dennis Smith was, if his name wasn't Smith, he would be in the Hall of Fame.
No
Mr.
question.
Smith.
But I mean, that's taken. I get it.
When they called me that guy, that guy was unbelievable, and not only from a physical standpoint, but from a mental standpoint. I was in charge of the front seven. He was in charge of the back guys, and he'd get everybody lined up, and you got everything going the right way, even with rookies or anybody who was on the field. And Dennis was special.
No doubt.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. One thing I want to touch on, and again, probably for the back connection here. I want you, a few minutes ago, you mentioned how today's game, you can barely touch the players, touch the receivers. You got to lay the quarterback down, etc. When you watch the game today, though, do you still have, I guess, do you respect the game today, or do you kind of look at it with a side eye of like, man, this is nowhere near how I played the game, and it would be, like these guys wouldn't last the moment they play in our era.
Yeah, it's just it's different, no question. That you still have to block, you still have to tackle, you still have to take the right angles. You still have to throw the ball accurately. You still have to catch the ball. I mean, there's a whole lot of the game that just you can't change. The physical nature of it, that's to protect the players. And I don't know that it works. If you don't hit in practice, I don't know how. It used to be if you made it through 5 weeks of training camp, 2-a-days, you're beating on each other that whole time. If you had something in your body that was going to go, it would have gone by then. You'd weed out the guys that just weren't physically sound. And now, how do you do that? It's basically you scout the guy, you saw him on film, but you're not going to see him live until the season starts. So you pick guys based on their potential rather than what they've actually done through training camp, and that leaves guys getting injured. To me,
to your point, like you can hide now. Yeah. Right, you can hide your true character now. Like you can make the roster as a guy because you can run, jump, look pretty.
Right, I don't look good in shorts. I look
horrible in shorts. You had to watch my tape. I get it.
I just don't get it, man. I'm just like, man. Let me ask you something. Were you on the field when Atwater buried the Nigerian nightmare Christian Okoye that game?
Yeah, Christian Okoye was a very good NFL running back, but he had no laterals. He had no wiggle, right?
Yeah.
So you could take a run at him from way back.
Cheap sheet.
And he never finished a game against the Broncos. Him or Dennis, or I mean, and I want to get out of the way, man, because those guys are coming. Like I got to tackle this guy fast before I get hit in the back of the head.
Going, yeah. Right. I don't think people realize how him and Barry Ward were both. You had to face both of those big backs, huh?
Yeah, and Bo Jackson. I mean, Bo was and he had an extra gear too. You had to take a different angle.
I talked to Christian about that hit because he lives out my way in California, and he when I was coaching at Chaffey College, he lived right there, so he'd be working out. I'm like, who is this big old freakish looking cat in the running bleachers every day? And then he's like, at this time he was like, I'm 50, and I'm like, what? I didn't even know who it was, and then it was Christian Okoye, and I was like, God, he still looks like an NFL guy.
Oh, he's a big man. There's no question.
That's ridiculous. I was like,
crazy. Let me ask you this. Me being the 31-year-old here, on the chat, I'm just real intrigued of the differences between both eras. Are there any players today that kind of reminds you of your game and how you played? I know there's a ton of just defensive end, outside linebacker types that are really talented. You got the T.J. Watts, the Myles Garrett, Michael Parsons, etc. Are there anybody that kind of stands out? You're like, man, he kind of reminds me of me.
Yeah, it's such a different game. It's hard to compare. And what they did with me, I was drafted as a nose guard.
Right.
They moved me to defensive end. They moved me to inside linebacker. They moved me to outside line. They moved me all over. Even in one game, they'd move me all over.
Swiss Army knife.
It was just different. No.
There's only one call. Yeah, I get it.
No, just having that opportunity. I'm sure there's guys who probably could. You got to be smart, though. I mean, we had 120 different defenses, each with adjustments based on the opponent, and I got to know all 7 positions. And when you're playing inside linebacker, you should know what the other guys are supposed to do anyway. But there's a difference between being able to do it and knowing what to do, right? They put me in. They put me where they thought the ball was going. There's no better place to be as a defensive player. I'm not fast. That's why I was the 310th pick of the draft. But I'm quick, and I'll get by him and make the tackle.
Yeah, I don't think people realize what you did. Were you the first kind of guy that people started fire zoning with and doing all the different stuff with and disguising you? That's why you played every damn position up front. Like you You could carry the tight end vertical. You carried the back out of the backfield. You chip a lot. Like, you did everything. I don't know if there was a guy before you doing that.
No. Joe Collier came up with that. Joe's an amazing coach, and he sees things in players that other. To me, that's leadership, right? You see a guy, you figure out what they're capable of, and you put them in a position to be successful. We back then, and it's still that way. Everything was packages, right? So you put in your nickel package. So then there's only certain things you'll do out of the nickel. You put in your dime. You put in your 4-man front, your 3-man front. We had the same guys on the field. I could line up like I'm at a linebacker, and all of a sudden I'm down in a 3-point stance, and we're playing a short yardage defense, and they can't make adjustments. So that was the whole idea, I think.
No doubt. No doubt. Let me ask you something. What's your most memorable moment? Just something that sticks out. Like
for me, coach, the winning the drive game was the amazing thing. Our first trip to the Super Bowl, going into Cleveland, and it was as hostile a crowd as I've ever seen. I mean, they threw dog bones at us all the way to the there was 6 inches of dog bones on the sidelines. You had to leave your helmet on. The equipment manager gathered up a whole bunch of them in a garbage bag, and I brought them home to my dogs.
That's crazy. I can imagine that, dog bones.
Yeah, big old milk bones too, man. They weren't the little ones. they were throwing them out of the stands at us, and it was us against the world, and to go in under that. And the field was horrible. The field had, I guess it had rained or snowed or something, and it was frozen, and the wind coming off of the lake, and it was us against the world, and to come out with the win was amazing.
Hey, Carl, I got to ask you, I was a Cleveland Brown fan as a youngster. I'm an LA Ram guy, LA, but I was like, all right, I love the Browns because my last name's Brown, right? So when I was a little kid, I didn't know better. I was like, oh, the Browns, they're my last name. So I was like, where the hell are they? I'm like 8. I like Cleveland. So anyway, I became a Browns fan for a minute. And let me ask you something. I know that it was Jeremiah Castile who caused the fumble on Ernest Biner in that infamous game, or the fumble game. But you are the one that signaled our ball. and you know what? I swear to God, people don't realize what I'm about to say. I used to coach this particular act that you performed. And I would get my whole team to cut off the referee and start signaling while the rest of my team fought for the ball underneath the pile.
There you go.
That was because of you. So I just wanted to shout you out on that deal because you had the ref looking why he was still taking the ball. So I thought that was a huge thing.
Yeah, that was an amazing play because Cat's little guy. I'm 150 pounds dripping wet, right? Yeah. And here's Ernest Biner, on the 1 yard line, full head of steam, going for the goal line. And instead of thinking he's going to take him on, he just went for the ball.
Hell yeah. That's unbelievable. I like both of those seasons, or both Cleveland Brown games could have went either way, huh? Like
yeah.
those,
Oh yeah. No. Yeah. And they had some great teams, I'd feel sorry for him, except I got to go to the Super Bowl. so yeah, no, they had some great teams.
No doubt, they were legit. I know that. This year the draft we're in the week of the draft. We appreciate you coming on here Thursday, 100%. About 80 hours away from the draft. The draft just seems a figment of what it used to be. Carl, in my opinion, like the way college football has become with the transfer portal and the NIL money grab. I just think it's watered down the draft, in my opinion, because these players are getting paid already so much money. I don't know if the investment's there anymore. I don't know if the NFL is their ultimate prize or goal anymore. Are you seeing that by these college kids?
Yeah, it has changed things tremendously. All of a sudden you've got guys who are, driving Bentleys to the draft. It's a whole different thing. But the other thing is they're staying in college longer, and ultimately it's going to catch up from a number standpoint. But yeah, there's more wear and tear on the guys coming in. There's things are a little bit different that way, and they've got they're not under such pressure to feed their family, and so yeah, things are a little different.
Yeah,
Man.
Debbie, you always talk about that. It's like, you're getting these kids millions of dollars when they're 18 years old. It's like, well, what's the rush in me wanting to make it to the next level? Or why do I even want to go to the next level? It almost seems like a lot of these kids are focused more so on getting as much money as they possibly can and staying in college for 7 or even 8 years in some cases, and kind of not worrying about the next level because they're making that dollar amount now. It's interesting.
Great point, Carl.
I was a transfer in college. I went to a Division II school, Augustana College in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, for a couple years.
Yep.
They took away my partial scholarship, so I left and I walked on at the University of Minnesota. I had to work as a bouncer that off season, and run scout team. And things are definitely different. That actually just the opportunity to change schools without having any penalty, without having to sit out for a year, really made a big difference. And now you throw the money on top of it too.
But see, at the time, and I don't know if it's still that way or not, but at the time, all the way through my era, you can go from D2 to D1 or D1 to D2 and not sit out. It was D1 to D1 for our era that you had to sit out a year. D2, different, and shout out to Augustana, man, one of my lifelong friends who played for the Cincinnati Bengals for a long time, Kevin Caseyhorn, went to Augustana. So shout out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was ineligible when I transferred. I don't know what the
requirements were. Yeah.
They let me catch up in school anyway, so that
crazy time. And just to further piggyback on that, before you get out of here, there's like a video surfacing around the internet. The Colorado, right? They played Coach Deion Sanders. They played the spring game this weekend, and they got this big time recruited quarterback. And the number one thing they're showing is him driving her off in a Lamborghini. and he has yet to play a game yet in college. He has not thrown a pass for the Colorado Buffaloes in a game yet, and he's flat. He's showing his chain, and I actually know his mother. He's showing his chain, his Lamborghini, and I'm getting blown up by people like, man, we're cooked, man. This game, this we don't know if these guys are. Is he really wanting to be an NFL guy, or he's already an NFL guy? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, to your point.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's even when I was coming in as a 23-year-old, all of a sudden having money is different. And by the time you get that figured out, you're out of the league for most players, right? The vast majority of NFL guys to this day, when they retire, have run through their money already, and it's. You wish there'd be a way to teach these kids and force them to put some money away and do some stuff, but it just they're being treated like men, and so they need to act like men. I don't know. I was driving my Ford Ranger parking next to the.
I had a different experience.
Hell yeah! Hey, it's unbelievable. Hey, Carl, man, we can't thank you enough for hopping on here, man. Unbelievable stories, and I knew you'd have them. And you were a gem to watch, man, growing up. And shout out to you. Hopefully, you get in the Hall of Fame. They need to put your butt in there.
Well, I appreciate that. So I've been a professional speaker now for the last 20 years.
Hell yeah!
I keynote speeches all around the country. I do about 40 a year. Love it. Get to perform. Never get hurt. Works out really well.
Where you at next?
Next, I'm down in Florida. I'm speaking for 360 Loyalty. It's a program to help corporate clients work with their customers in a customer loyalty setting. And so, yeah, I'll be down there. It'll be great down in Orlando.
Are you now? We got your stuff, but you on social media? Is that where people can follow you to find out where you're speaking?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm all over social media and usually posting about a little bit of football stuff, a little bit of family stuff, and a lot of speaking stuff.
No doubt. Hey, I love the speakers, man. So I'm glad I got to do it for a little bit. And I know we lost a great one, Coach Mack at Colorado, actually, who was running around doing that forever. So, We can't thank you enough. We got your ticker on the ticker. Follow Carl on X, and we can't thank you enough, Carl. We'll hopefully have you on again soon.
Thanks, JB. Thanks, Smitty.
No problem. You, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you.
The great Carl Mecklenburg. Clap it up. Denver Bronco legend. Played it all, Smitty. I used to watch him. I was like, damn, he was a 3 technique, and he dropped out and covered the tight end, and I was like, damn. And that was before you even knew the scheme. Like when I was a youngster, I'm like, why is he out there? He fucked up.
Right. You know, he had to make a mistake. This man, he would go from middle linebacker to nose to end in the same game. Like, I don't think y'all understand, like, how smart you got to be to just flip the switch and just train your brain to go, okay, now I'm playing middle backer. Like, even if you're one of those smart guys who just knows everybody's position on the field, to do that, like at the flip of the switch in the middle of a game and to adjust your brain from being this position to this position, that's incredible, y'all. And to do it at a high level and be all pro and Pro Bowl, like that's even more incredible. So, man.
Yeah. Smitty, I don't know if you have heard about what's going on with A.J. Brown.
I think I did, but tell the people.
But what's happening now, man, we got to do a segment, and that's this right here. Shout out to Chase Sr. is where I saw it at. I don't know if he broke it, but I saw it there. He basically got his car stolen last night, and he said, I'll make a deal with you. Bring back my car, and I won't press charges. Or when I find you today, specifically, he said,
yep,
it's going to be what it's going to be. Take it or leave it, my guy. So where you at? I
kind of like this. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he basically, I'm giving y'all a chance. Do the right thing. I'm gonna sit back and chill. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't always have money. I understand some of y'all might be down and out. You know, saw this expensive car, thought it was an opportunity, whatever, make a little money, whatever. I get it. So I'm gonna be patient at first. I'm gonna give you an opportunity, a chance to bring back what's mine. But if it don't happen today, 24 hours, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. And whatever that means, homie, whatever that, y'all can take that how y'all want to take it.
Cap.
What?
Cap.
Okay. It don't take nothing but a quick 10,000. JB, all it takes is $7,500 to do what you gotta do, homie. All right.
See, real ones don't do this. You know,
real ones do.
My homeboy that came on the show the other day.
Yeah.
There wouldn't have been no tweet. He would have had the car back already. Nobody would have known. The issue is, first of all, let me give you guys a little.
Well, don't compare. No.
I'm not comparing the two. No.
You know what I'm saying? That's not even fair.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, let me break down what a lot of folks don't understand. This is social media clicks and likes. If the car comes up today, found. Guess what happens? AJ looks like the main.
No.
Guess what happens to the guy, though?
What?
Charges are still pressed.
Yeah.
So if the people reading this tweet know the law and say, hey, even if I turn the car in, charges are going to get pressed against me because that's the law, then I'm not ever turning the car in. Like, do you understand what you just did, AJ? You just told on your motherfucking self 3 different ways. The cat, if he turns it in, he's just an idiot fucking tard anyway. Number 2, you got. I don't know how you got your shit got, but number 2, you got your shit got. And you just told everybody if something does happen, your ass going to jail for a fucking cat coming up missing.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we doing, homie? Like, come on, homie. Just stay your ass quiet, homie. You got bread. Smitty. It's me, man. Shit. I need to get this shit handled, homie. Here, I'll drop you 50 racks real quick. I need my whip back.
Not even that. It was in the hood. It's
no social media post about it. There ain't no social media post. Nah, it's going to be 50 because I got to hire probably some white folks that know how to get they're going to track the motherfucker to a T. They're going to, like, track. If I go get hood cats, they just all night riding around looking for the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Boys in the hood shit, right? Hey, the motherfucker at the burger spot. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the hood cat will be driving all night, Jay.
That's 10 racks, Smitty. That's 10 racks. Now the homies gonna go hard. They gonna look hard for 10 racks.
They hard as hell.
But I hire 50. I hire to Joe Accord. 10 minutes, Smitty. 10 minutes. My shit back, homie. Wow. You know what I'm saying? So you want to do 50? You want to do 50K, 40 more K, and get it back right away with less like scratches, any issues?
Yeah.
Here's my thing, Smitty. If I'm AJ Brown, I got the bread, I got the cheese, I got all that shit. I got insurance. You better fucking have insurance. It's a wrap. Call me back. I get more money than I had anyway with the car back. Get it back. Pop, pop. And then I go on the low. If I'm really grimy and hood cat like you're saying you are, then I just have that cat handled after the fact. Nobody will ever know. I got my insurance money, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he apparently fell off a cliff in Mexico. What? Damn, unfortunate. Karma's a motherfucker. And I just leave it at that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we talk too much nowadays.
We do.
And unless I'm trolling or whatever you call it, I'm clowning you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. Come on, I'm not really going out. If my car got stolen, homie, you're not seeing me post it. I promise you. I've had it stolen before. One of my car. It's not going to get posted. So I'm just saying, dog. I don't know. It is what it is.
They saying a big homie. What's his name? The big security homie for the Eagles.
Dom or whatever.
They said Big Dom. That's what they saying. They saying they gonna send Big Dom people out there. I didn't heard that Big Dom. We be laughing. I heard Big Dom has solved a ton of problems in Philadelphia behind the scenes that nobody's ever known. I've heard that from good sources. So I don't know. I know we be laughing at Dom. I don't know. Dom might be really plugged into the scene, homie, is what I'm trying to say. We'll see. I'm going to keep my eye on this. I'm very curious to see if this car shows back up.
Hey, by the way, shout out because today we had Carl Mecklenburg on, a legendary Bronco. Tomorrow we have another legendary Bronco by the name of Ed McCaffrey joining the show. So
that's OG McCaffrey. Hold on. That's Christian Daddy. That's Luke Daddy.
Yes.
He played. That's Super Bowl champion.
Yes.
He played with Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Him and Shannon Sharp was like this.
You better keep Shannon Sharp's name out of.
There's a picture of Shannon holding CMC when he was a baby because he was with Luke.
Yeah, there's some shit going on with Shannon Sharp right now. We're not even talking about that. But yeah, we're gonna wait for Evan. Oh yeah.
See,
Alan, I got your text, Alan. Now Alan texted me it.
You live on the internet. I don't be knowing stuff.
Yeah, I got the internet up as I'm on this show, so I got update shit. I got ESPN.
Golly, it's always something. It's something, man. I just said. I almost don't want to get money. It's like you get to a certain level and this just come with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna make my 5 to 10 million, and I'm gonna just chill. And we're gonna stop this show, and we're gonna
make over you make over a certain amount of money.
Yeah,
it's like I gotta put my mama name. I gotta put everything in my mama name.
Yeah, 100%, 1,000%.
I gotta put everything in my mama name.
Probably do that anyway, low key.
And name.
Yeah,
I gotta put everything in the name. I gotta put all the shit in the name.
Leah name, yeah, all them names because it's like it don't make no sense because it's like it gets to a point where if you
who name?
Yeah, mama name, all them names. They get to a point where
I heard Leah. Okay, go keep going. I heard Leah's name. Go ahead.
I don't know why you said that. Why we put them in? If you make like 50 or more, some charges are coming. I'm gonna be real with you. Some charges.
Yeah.
We don't know until we don't know. So I'm not saying nobody.
We're gonna wait for tomorrow. We're gonna wait till tomorrow because I'm sure Shannon's gonna come out and address it, and then he'll have his thing, and then him on the nightcap and shit, and so we'll see. Because we've heard this. You know, we had him on our show, and he was talking about the session that was on Instagram Live. So I don't. Yeah.
And I don't know. I listen. You never know what you don't know, but I know how he moves, and he don't even put himself in position to even be in these situations. Like, I used to work.
And I think he kind of fits in the narrative, that chases him around is kind of like, the cat with the cards earlier.
I ain't gonna say all that. I'm gonna say this though. Like, even when I work with the cat, and he's talked about this before on his podcast recently, but I've seen it firsthand. He don't even get on the elevator with a shorty. Like if we both in the elevator and girl again, he don't even get on the elevator. Like he don't even put like little stuff like that. Like he don't even put himself in a position for you to even say something like this. So I'm just, we'll see. It's hard to speak on stuff like this until you know the facts and all that. So I'm gonna sit this out until we know more. So
yeah, I'm sure he'll address it.
Or he might not because it's legal stuff. So
yeah, that's what sucks, man. Like I had to go so quiet when I was accused fucking of bullshit, and I was like, let me go on the defense, and then look, you can't say nothing. And it's like, but my Cochran firm attorney, man, was like, nah, you need to say something. And then unfortunately he passed away. It's unfortunate, man, but I would have went on the offensive if I could have did it over. But I did. That's what sucks, though. So, we gotta be quiet. We're not the one that did nothing wrong.
Right.
Like I gotta be quiet, and the broad that accused me or whoever lied about me don't. Like I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. It's weird. Mike Monday, don't get blocked. So let's dive into
right. Yeah, don't get blocked on me because don't mess with my stuff. But anyway,
some motherfuckers just do stupid shit.
Stupid, we got too much at stake, homie, for you to be saying stupid stuff. Homie.
I don't get why some people just say dumb shit, homie.
I don't like this all the time. Like, we over here trying to change lives, and we just like this stupid stuff, man. But anyway, let's just go ahead and go to little WPS. We're gonna do a commercial. We're gonna go from there, man. Let's see what we got, young Bailey.
That was this weekend.
Oh, it wasn't. What? This your yacht?
My homie.
All right.
You didn't hear me say what's up, homie?
That wasn't you. That sound like you, homie. Look at the long guys. You just looking around.
He didn't want the little one, homie. He didn't want the little one, homie. These motherfuckers.
At all.
Hey, I promise you, they are the seals. The seals are dogs.
So you like seals then?
I do, but right now, homie, with this algae bloom, they're going crazy, bro. You see the one go after a surfer the other day in Huntington Beach?
I didn't see that one, homie.
Yeah, I don't know if I sent it to you guys, but yeah, the motherfucker was surfing and the cat came out and just went after the motherfucker. He had to get off the wave, ran off his surfer, and ran to the sand, homie. But by the way, these motherfuckers can run. These cats can run on the sand too, by the way. Huh?
What? Run?
Oh yeah,
they're running, or they kind of scooting a little bit.
Yeah, but I'm just saying they can go out of water though.
But I like my chances out of water than I do in water. I'll say that much. Are they strong as hell?
Oh fuck! What? Don't get caught by an elephant seal or one of them big motherfuckers either. Don't go to like Alaska or one of them motherfucking places where them motherfucking they got the leopard seal. They'll attack you. The leopard seals will attack you. They got the algae bloom, Smitty, is throwing off their whole shit. Like they're having seizures. They're having mental issues. Man, a dead dolphin washed up in Santa Monica yesterday.
Oh,
yeah, don't fuck with one of them, Smitty. Shit. That motherfucker will fuck you up. This is all the same family, homie. These elephant seals? Oh, shit. Only thing that fucks with them is Shamu and them.
So did an elephant fuck the seal, and that's how that's created? Because that's the same texture of an elephant, but it's a seal. So did the elephant did you fuck the seal and create that? Like, how was that created, homie?
You think a seal went outside to Africa?
No, you said a seal can come out the water, homie.
They can, but they're gonna go
by water too.
They're gonna swim all the way to Africa, homie, and then get out and then go fuck the elephant. How would the elephant even get his dick down there?
What you mean, homie? Elephants is athletic as hell. And that elephant thing is like a brother. Like that motherfucker got pipe. Pause.
Make sure you go on over to Slap Nation on the Discord and
I know Jason watching the National Geographic channel. You know all things animal.
And Joe Accord will give you a update on the algae bloom.
Okay.
Here in California, that's killing the sea life. This is a normal occurrence, Smitty, real quick. So I'm a biomechanist, or bioscientist on the side, and I do a lot of things on the side. And the seals, the dolphins, even the pelicans, everything is dying right now. And I guess that's just like God's way of controlling the population in the sea.
Right now, he sounds so proper right now.
See, they're even out in the street right now. That's right here at Long Beach. So like they're coming out of nowhere, man. It's crazy.
That's how you be looking when you be drunk and you lay down and you can't get up. That's how you was. Like, what was it? Last time I came to your crib, you was drunk and laid in your room, homie. You wasn't talking for hours straight. You was playing like poker and just was not talking. And you just disappeared. It was like, where JB at? Everyone was in a room like that.
What was that? What was the paw?
Huh? Your hand was just up. Like you just was
I'm on the ground, like
you was on the ground, fucked up, homie. Literally, you was. You don't remember this day. Ruben, if you're listening, you remember like it was like it wasn't the last time I came over, but it was like maybe the time before that. JB literally
who is this?
Was not talking for like 5 years.
Who's this?
You tell me,
Gorjan. Just say it.
Gorjan don't watch the show no more, bro.
He was just in here, homie.
He don't like you no more. He stopped watching the show because of you.
Not really.
You need to stop doing that because you might end up having a kid that come out like that. You better relax.
You were the one that had beef with him.
I love Gorjan. We had one little mistake, one little issue. We got over that.
Motherfucker said, I love Gorjan. God damn, homie.
Oh, let's go commercial break before it's too late. Commercial break.
Shout out to the albino rhino.
Albino rhino.
Hey, Smitty. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know our next guest. Do you know our next guest?
Like personally, no. Not personally, but I know of him, yes.
Who is it?
He's a former ESPN longtime journalist.
By the name of?
Arash.
Arash what?
He's Markazi, I think.
Arash McChesney joins us. If you guys know who that is, then you won't want to miss it because Arash McChesney.
And you better be pronouncing his name right too. So I'm gonna let you intro. But we'll be back in about 4 minutes and we'll see what JB does. A lot of pressure, homie. Savannah's Bananas baseball team that does like the dancing, The Savannah Bananas baseball team that does all the dancing. Coach JB, just react to this, man, and kind of give you a take on why so many people watch this. They're one of the more popular, sports teams. Almost like the Harlem Globetrotters for baseball is how I would compare it. And very popular. People love them. They literally sell out crowds, make a lot of money. A lot of these guys actually played, I think, baseball at some point for real, like maybe in college or whatever. Now they kind of do this thing for fun. But what's your take? Why do you think so many people actually like them? Hey, baby. Good morning.
Go back to his name. Rewind. Go back. Rewind it. Right there. Pause it. Go back to his name, Bailey. Let me see his last name. Let me see that right there. That's why. Because he sucks cocks. Because he's a gay. This is gay. Suck cocks. That's why. He has the perfect last name. The fuck are we doing here, homie?
You a homophobe, homie.
The fuck are we doing? God damn. Oh, hell no. You fucking shitting me. You would not go see this fucking in real life. Stop the cat. Tell me right now, truth or lie. Would you go see this?
I don't watch baseball like that.
You wouldn't go see. Just keep it. Smitty's so good at this media shit. Like, you all talk that shit, and he always wants to fluff me. Fluff me. He's good at this, homie. He knows how to be so mainstream corporate. I can't wait to get him out of there. I gotta be honest. I can't wait to get him out and
I still ain't gonna be you. That's what makes our show great, though, in my opinion. If we were the exact same,
you'll be a little different. Like, you might have just been like, nah, JV, that's a little too gay for me. Like, you might have said that. You might say that one day.
You're
like,
crazy, man.
Like how Smitty said, like, yeah, I don't like baseball like that. Like, he skipped over the mirrors and the cocks and all that shit. He skipped over all that shit.
I'm a bad boy, homie. I'm a bad boy, homie.
You know how to do it. Like, you know how to play the game.
The chat, like, they so micro, like, thinkers. They're so simple-minded that they don't even catch all the little shit I be doing.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no. I'm so good in advance in this space because I have the it factor again, because I don't have to watch Laker games. I know everything about the game last night. Yeah, we are back in the building.
Last hour, homie. Last hour. 50 minutes left.
Smitty,
I haven't looked at the rundown all show.
What happened?
I haven't looked at the rundown not once today.
That's crazy.
I'm just playing. I was like messing with Bailey.
Got a lot going on, man. I gotta go. I got all kind of shit going on, man.
What's going on?
Ruben got sick yesterday. He had to leave the boat early on Easter.
For real?
Yeah, alcohol poisoning.
I bet. I need to stop drinking so much.
From
real
Saturday.
Thing.
But it was from Saturday.
Yeah, regardless, a real thing.
Nobody remembers anything.
Y'all shouldn't even been on the boat on Easter. Y'all should have been hanging with y'all families.
I don't have family. So I was on the boat by myself, solo.
You do have family, homie.
I dropped Ruben off and I went out, but it was so windy and it was like almost capsized me, so I went back.
Yeah, I know. Some days you should listen to Joe Cord. He told you what the weather was going to be all weekend, and you still just didn't listen to him. He said it was going to be windy on Sunday, on Easter, and you still got on that yacht.
Friday's show, the 18th, our last Friday show, the 18th, April 18th. My pops passed away on April 18th, 05. It was his 20th year death anniversary, and I fucking didn't mention it. But I celebrated it by getting fucked up Saturday, so that was my thing. So each his own, you know what I'm saying? We all have our own, like,
rest
way.
in peace to your pops, man. Rest in peace. Rest, you know, he in heaven chilling. Rest in peace.
So, like, that's what I do. I said, you know, I'm gonna roll solo. So I went solo, and after Ruben was like throwing up blood and shit, I went solo, and like, in lieu of Ruben, if he were to pass, because he was throwing up blood and shit, I was like, hey, dog, this might be your last day. And Ruben was like, I know, I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, fuck, Ruben, you know what I'm saying? I know you're already on dialysis. And so then Ruben was like, fuck it, let me suck it up. And I was like, nah, go home, man, get some water, see your mom and shit, your kids. And then Ruben hit me last night, and he was like, I'm fine. I shitted. So
you throwing up blood, homie, you need to go to the emergency, Ruben.
He didn't throw up blood. He didn't throw up blood.
And also, if you on dialysis for real, you don't need to be drinking no liquor, homie.
There he is. Ruben's tapping in right here. He's still alive.
Ruben, if you on dialysis, homie, stop drinking liquor. I'll tell you that right now. I don't care about none of that hard stuff. Stop drinking liquor, homie. You on dialysis.
He's not on dialysis, homie. He works in a dialysis.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, homie, I'm about to get pissed off. I don't play around like that. You'll kill yourself immediately, Ruben. Be smart. Be smart.
I mean, Ruben is a dead man walking, but I'm saying he is alive right as we speak.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear, homie.
We're all dead men walking, so.
in women. Well, let's keep this show rolling, man. Keep it flowing, man, until our big guest joins us, man. Running back Rashad Amos just traveled to his 7th school where he will be a 6-year senior.
Jesus Christ.
He said he went from South Carolina, y'all, to Miami, Ohio. Shout out to the MAC, to Mississippi State.
How does that even sound?
To
Real
Colorado.
shit. Real shit, homie.
To Ole Miss. To Memphis. To Georgia State. And he's not done yet, so it's question marks. He might leave again.
Smitty, real shit, though. Break those schools down real quick and just
All right.
give everybody, the audio listeners, the difference between a South Carolina and then a Miami of Ohio.
It's night and day. So this shows to me that he must have been like a baller in high school. Maybe he's at a small school in high school and he did everything. So he kind of like jumped
over recruited. You think over recruited?
Over recruited. Go South Carolina. Couldn't compete. Couldn't last.
But I'm tripping though, homie. Hold on, no. You're spot on. So he went from a big time SEC conference.
Yep.
To Miami of Ohio, but then goes where?
Mississippi State.
Back in the same SEC.
Which means maybe he had a good year at the MAC level. And he was like, okay, maybe I can do a little something. And then Mississippi State was thinking like, you know what? This guy was a 4-star guy out of high school. Maybe South Carolina didn't know how to use him. Let me give him and see what I can do. But then he fucked up again. He went down to Colorado. It's like, you know what I mean? And, you know, him and Deion wasn't rocking with him.
Deion signed him?
For a month. From April 26, 2024 to May 18th, 2024. Not even a month. 3 weeks. He was there. 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Okay.
Then he said, I can't do this, man. Deion holds us accountable too much. And he has us working too hard. So he goes to Ole Miss.
I don't see that.
Ole Miss. That's what he's doing. Deion's a hell of a coach.
So he goes to Ole Miss. Go back to SEC.
SEC again.
Okay.
He's there for like the season. He says, never mind. Goes to Memphis.
Now down another level.
For 4 months, though. So he basically went there to do the winter workouts. Morning workouts, you know what I mean? Kind of learned, you know, found his dorm he's going to stay in, figured out all the stuff. And they said, I'm bored. Just went to Georgia State 3 days ago. April 18th, he just went to Georgia State 3 days ago. So we don't know where he's going to end up now. It's question marks after this.
My dad's deaf for, what do you call it? 20-year reunion.
He might. Anniversary. He
let
might
me
go to Ball State next. Because you understand he goes from like.
See, here's the issue. I got to be real. From Miami or let's go from Mississippi State down, should all be ashamed of their motherfucking selves as coaches. As a grown man in the room, I'm blaming us coaches from so Miami of Ohio is a get. If I get the 4-star kid from South Carolina,
yeah, it was like hell yeah. Like,
all right, so I won. I'm gonna get the next big job as the coach because I've got dudes coming in.
Just like my guy Jonathan Newsom, who we had a guest on the show, he was Ohio State and the Ball State. It's a win.
Yeah. Okay. But then whatever happened after that, for every coach after that to take this kid is why we have the problem we have. And until the Dan Lannings get on the phone and say, hey, dog, this motherfucker's shopping and calls, you know, Josh Heupels of the world and tells them, and then the coaches come to an agreement that, hey, we're not going to just take everybody's trash or damaged goods or a guy just shopping to shop for whatever reason. Let's just say the kid has a great heart, great character, great kid. I don't know shit about this kid. But the fact of the matter is it's still 7 schools. Like, come on, homie. Like we're not helping this kid, homie. I'm just keeping it funky. We're not helping this kid. And these kids all think they're equal. They're all 5 stars in their mind. And they all deserve to go wherever to get on the field and they can get drafted in the NFL, or they're not. They're just shopping around for a bag of money, it seems. This is ridiculous, Smitty. Come on, homie. 5 years ago, this kid signed.
His man was at Mississippi State for 13 days.
Like, what are we doing at this point, though?
April 13th to April 26th, homie.
Like, the NCAA doesn't really realize that this is a joke, homie. Like, seriously, this is still, the last time I checked, it's still under the NCAA, isn't it? Isn't college football under the entity NCAA?
I believe so.
Are they not an absolute shame to themselves that we got 7-year guys? We got NFL veterans walking around college campus. campuses. Like, we got NFL veterans. Carl Mecklenburg just made a great point. The product's getting washed down, watered down more and more we think of it because simply, Smitty, these kids are old as shit. How many years do you really want to pay a guy in the NFL if you're going to get a 26-year-old out of college? Like, are you ever going to pay him his second contract, which everyone we have on this show talks about what, Smitty? Getting the second contract, getting
That's
the
real
third.
deal. That's the one. That's the life-changing deal.
Third Come on, homie. If I'm an NFL team and you're good enough to get drafted at 26, you're only going to probably play for me 2-3 years, and especially at quarterback, homie.
Get
like,
what you doing, and we're done with you, basically.
Like, what are we doing? Which is what? An extension of what? Another college bag. Like, that's really what it is. Your rookie contract is just your 8th year of college that you've already gone 7 schools on.
And that's
like,
it.
Homie, we're in a bad spot.
What does he play? Is he a running back?
I don't know, man.
No, he can't be. What do he play, Bailey? You know he play position-wise? I'll look it up real quick. I'm just curious because, yeah, he's a running back too. Like, oh, yeah, you already know running back shelf life. Once you hit 30, you're kind of like, you know, they're off you typically. So you're already going to the league at 20. Yeah, it's a wrap. It don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Like I said, these guys are not thinking about the NFL. Some of these guys are just thinking about college football.
And isn't that my point, though? Do you get what I'm saying? Why the coaches we need to stop. Don't take them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to stop taking them, homie. Like, I'm serious. Like, what? Seriously, Smitty. Like, I get the Burrow transfer and the Jalen Hurts, that last senior year transfer or whatever. I get that.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with it. I've come to agreement. Okay. I'm cool with that one.
Yeah.
But for every one of those, there's 10,000 failures that we don't discuss. And this is one of those failures. And this kid he's not going to the league, Smitty. So my point is this. Not everybody deserves a chance. Sorry. I'm sorry to tell you all that. 7-time nobody transferring around the portal. My point is, stop taking them, coaches. You got to stop, homie, because it's a joke. Like, let's be honest. It's an absolute mockery at this point. Right. I get the quarterback. I do. And I'm going to be honest, Smitty, if we're going to make the quarterback put him on his own island in the NFL, and you and I discussed making a separate, salary cap and all this other shit for the quarterback position that we're overpaying, in my opinion. Shit. Are you going to start doing it in college? Are you going to start making this a specific college? Like, there's a difference in the quarterback. I think the NFL brass, college football brass, if there even is such thing, need to get together and seriously talk about the quarterback position, which is going to be, by the way, Smitty, the quarterback position is what? The highest paid, the most watched, the most viewed, the most important, all the most of.
Yeah.
The most scrutinized, the most everything. So are we not going to fix that position? Because it's getting worse in the NFL, Smitty. Let's just be honest. I mean, we can talk about how freakish natured athletically they are and all that. I agree. They are. We're the most athletically gifted kids I've ever seen. But they're not the best quarterbacks I've ever seen. Not even close. They're getting to be worse and worse and worse. Smitty, it starts at 7-on-7, and I'm just going to be honest, and I know we're not going to go on this rant, but when you hit 7-on-7 and you take a center exchange by yourself like this, you take a snap like this, and then you take a drop, and then guess what they do, Smitty? I'm going to be real. This is why the habits started. This is why I didn't allow 7-on-7 as much. Alan will tell you. What happens when these 7-on-7 kids, Smitty? What happens when they throw a pick? Threw a pick, 7-on-7. Smitty, what game does the quarterback throw a pick?
You just stand there.
And then by the way, it gets even better. They usually have a hat on and the 7 on it. Fuck. Do we not get that we are setting these cats up for horrific failure, homie? You don't throw 7-on-7 picks and stand there. We either coach it or allow it, homie. We are allowing the worst quarterback play ever.
He said, "Oh, threw a pick 707." I'm with you though, man. I'm with you.
I'm telling you, homie. We really
hit the ball down.
We really don't emphasize mechanics, fundamentals anymore, and the basic layup in football is gone, homie. Like, it's seriously, bro. We see a bubble screen and a cat goes 80 and the kid gets a fucking DraftKings 40 points and we're anointing him as the best thing. The casual fan is what's doing it, though. It's the casual fan that endorses this greatness in their eyes when real guys like myself sees it and looks it up and grades it and says, man, this is the worst I've ever seen. And then I'm the hater because I'm the one that's actually telling you the truth. When the casual fan will never do so. And then the funny part is, Smitty, when the casual fan that's blown this thing out of proportion who says it, and then all of a sudden your fucking quarterback leaves your university and then you're issuing death threats to him. But a year ago, homie, you were all over that motherfucker. You were cool when I called my own boy's son out for wearing pajamas and 7-on. I was the hater. Y'all, JB, he's just a kid. Let him be a kid. But now y'all, same cats issuing death threats to the same motherfucker, homie, 2 years later. How ironic. You see what I'm saying, Smitty? Like, people don't have no fucking, they don't really want to even discuss the truth.
Right.
Them motherfuckers, you know why I criticize them? Because correction isn't criticism. I corrected him. I wanted to get him right. I don't want him to fucking fail. You two fucking Tennessee fan base could give a fuck less about the kid. Come on, homie. I just can't stand the micro thinkers out here who have zero fucking buy-in to a kid who's never coached, helped otherwise, any kid, and then I'm the hater. It's funny, dog. The biggest one's going to be when Dion leaves Colorado and his son's jersey's hanging up there and did nothing. And you're going to be like,
he balled out. He did ball out, though.
It's going to be funny, though. The prime sexual fan base, when they just depart ways and exit Boulder, and everyone's like, oh, we never really had a fan base in Boulder.
He did break quarterback records, though, in 2 years and kind of take them from 1-11 to going 9-4 and making them relevant. And, might be a first-round quarterback, threw a 4,000-something pass yard, 30-something plus pass touchdown. So he did do all that. But I hear you, though. Real quick, though, I know we got a couple minutes here, but, man, this is some I guess I'll say unfortunate news. But former Jaguars and Oklahoma State wideout Justin Blackmon was reportedly arrested for public intoxication, man. If you guys don't remember, man, who Justin Blackmon is, man, he was a two-time All-American, Lindekoff Award winner in back-to-back years, 2010 2011. He was a 5th pick in 2012. All
who's
on the
this
all
picture of,
team.
though?
Huh?
Who's this picture of, though?
This is him.
This is who?
This is Justin Blackmon. Now, this is him today.
That's Keith in our chat, homie.
No, that's Justin Blackmon today. He's putting on a ton of weight.
No way, that's Justin Blackmon.
Had a drinking problem since he was a player. And we know how quick alcohol can put weight on him. I mean, we've seen it with our co-host JB, kind of how quick alcohol can just blow you up. And we saw how quick the weight can go away once you start drinking better and drinking more water and stuff like that. So Justin Blackmon, man, it's just a shame. I remember watching him at Oklahoma State, man. He was a beast. True receiver.
That ain't alcohol, by the way.
Could run the route tree.
That ain't alcohol.
But this guy has some demons. You can look at his eyes right now, man, and this guy has some issues.
Don't just blame that on alcohol.
I'm just saying, if you look at his track record, even when he first got drafted in the league, almost all of his infractions were drug and alcohol related. Literally,
say drug
and alcohol. Alcohol is a drug, technically.
Yeah, but say drug though, because I don't know, man.
I'm not feeling sorry for him because this is self-inflicted, but it's one of those things where I hate wasted talent and wasted opportunity because it's hard for us to even get opportunities like this. So when you're freakishly gifted like he was, Like this guy, I'm talking about big receiver, run the route tree, good hands. Like he could have been like a perennial All-Pro guy. And it's like,
Justin
damn.
Blackman, I knew was like dark skin though, wasn't he?
Can you go find a throwback picture when before all this happened real quick, Bailey, if you can?
Oh, Justin Blackman, I knew was yoked, fucking dark. He was dark.
This is him, homie. I mean, he's still dark skinned. Just they got the flash, the light in the picture. He's still a dark skinned guy. But this is him. It's just literally him.
I was a Heart League Dykes guy, Shaun Waffle. I was a Heart League Dykes guy. I like Blackman though. I thought Blackman was a dude. I mean, I thought he was like a next coming to T.O. body wise, built wise,
like ripped, man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And I don't know. I had to look up his history, but again, as soon as he got drafted, he was already having like infractions of drinking issues. So that tells me that
I think you guys are fuck with me though. I thought you guys put Keith's picture in there and was fuck with me.
That's him, homie.
That's really him, not Keith from the chat.
That's him, homie.
That's crazy.
I think it's maybe if it was like I don't know if he had some issues in college. I don't know if he had like family issues.
He was compared to like Des Bryant and fucking like greats at Oklahoma State in their whiteout room. Like as far as like legendary status.
Homie, just last month, Oklahoma State tweeted out, "Oh, okay, our next guy getting entered into the Ring of Honor or whatever this upcoming season is Justin Blackman. This fall, he's supposed to be getting into the Ring of Honor. Literally,
that's not him. That's not the picture we just saw. That cat's a dark skin, brother.
It's the same skin tone, homie.
Not really.
It's just a different lighting, JB. I'm trying to explain to you as a black man. You might not understand that.
Come on, homie. Come on, homie.
Yeah, he's in Jacksonville.
Come on, homie.
He's in Jacksonville with the sun. If I go to Mexico right now and come back next week, I'm going to be darker. This right here is WPS. What I mean by this is y'all don't understand how melanin skin works. We get darker.
He went from Bailey to Shannon Sharp.
No, homie. He's still dark skinned right here. Just the lighting's on him. Homie, is Jackson. Have you ever been to Jacksonville? I'm just curious. I know you recruited everywhere. Have you been to Jacksonville, Florida?
This motherfucker went from fucking camp. Motherfucker went from Bailey to fucking Shannon Sharp, homie, overnight, huh?
As a white man, you can't really speak on black stuff like that. So I'm gonna stop you right now.
I definitely can.
Because I can't speak on white stuff. So
now you can't speak on that. Do every day, though.
I don't.
My daughter's not going to Jacksonville and turning into that.
She's getting darker, and I don't know who your daughter. I don't know what she look like or nothing.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She's fair skin sister.
Well, she's gonna get darker, but if she's like fair skin, she might turn more red because she probably took more after her daddy
because of dominant gene. Dominant gene. Dominant gene.
I'm telling you, black
dominant gene.
Man, if I go to Jacksonville, Florida, for a week in the summer, and I come back here on this show, I'm going to be darker, homie. When I went to Mexico last year and I came back, I was darker, homie. What are you talking about? I'm gonna be darker this summer. I'll be in LA at all the pool parties.
Hey, Trail, I'm saying too, the cat whole get down looks different, don't it? Hair, the whole get down. Like what happened?
Trail say? What Trail just say? What did Trail just say? I didn't see what he's saying. It's too late now.
Right here.
He's incapable of having hair like that. He more likely to have B2Bs. Trail, go to sleep.
That ain't him. I'm calling a cat.
I just, I mean, obviously football is a wrap. I just pray that somebody in this corner can reach him, get to him.
What vibe you getting?
I'm getting like
Delonte.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm getting that vibe, or I'm getting even worse. I'm getting like not caring about his life vibe. Like that's what his face looks like. You can't pull stuff up like that, homie. As a white man, you can't even pull that up. You can't even like you know what I mean? You gotta message me in a private chat, but hey, Smitty, this is kind of funny. Pull this up.
No, I don't.
That's the process of how that even works.
That's not the process, Obi.
Yeah, it is the process.
Read it to the audio. Can you read that? Can you read that? Can you read it to audio chat?
It's the same person. Like it's literally the same person.
Can you read his text to the audio? Can you read his? Can you read that guy's thing?
It's literally the exact same person. This guy's got a clean face and a clean head.
Can you read that?
He looks younger. He's in shape. The exact same person.
Smitty don't want to read it. God,
exact same person.
So, homie, thought we were the realest show. That's him.
Look,
Wait, no, hold it. Go back. That's it.
He looked funny. He looked funny. He looked totally different than every picture. JB.
Fucking changed 6 times, homie. He's been to 6 cities, homie. Smitty's defended every city's sunlight, homie. The sun hits different every state he goes to, homie. This motherfucker went from fucking Bailey to Keith to Jacksonville, son. Went the motherfucker turned into T.O., homie. Oh, dog. I'm dying inside, homie. Oh, my
also,
stomach,
y'all,
homie.
you do know when you have a
Motherfucker's
drinking
Shannon
problem?
Sharp, homie. He was Shannon Sharp, homie.
Also, homie, when you have a drinking problem, it can mess with your
homie.
kidneys,
Motherfucker went
and
from
that can
Barry
lead to
Sanders, homie.
skin changing as well.
Homie, the cat's everything's changed, homie. The cat height, weight.
He got dreads right here.
Motherfucker got dreads on. I mean, everything's changed, homie. Oh, bruh.
Yeah, he had dreads right here.
Woo,
Now you said this is a picture of him in 2011. This right here.
Oh shit!
I was a
homie.
junior in high school.
God damn, homie, I'm dead right now.
Probably
inside,
senior, actually,
inside my body, inside, homie. Oh, it's hurting right now, man. Fuck. Woo.
Hold on, but he said that's wrong.
Wait, what time is our guest on?
So what I just said was wrong. My bad. Our bad. That's not a picture from 2011. But he said we were wrong on that. Our guest wasn't come on at 8:30, but he's not on, so we're gonna just keep rolling until he jumps on. If he don't come on, then you won't get on. Blaze behind the scenes working on getting him on though, so we'll see if we can get our guy on. Haven't heard anything. Sent the call in a text, so we shall see. JB will introduce him though when he does come on. If he does come on, make sure he says his name the right way. But let's keep things rolling, keep things moving. And
he waiting on that. God damn, I've been actually breaking down like how to pronounce on Google. Let's dive in.
What? You said what? You just say, homie?
What happened?
What did you just say?
What?
What were you just saying? You were just saying something.
I didn't hear. I don't know.
He was Googling how to pronounce certain things. Anyway, not to jump all over the place, but there's a topic earlier that I saw we kind of skipped over or missed. It was kind of connected right to the AJ Brown stuff. It's been news and like rumors, or I've been seeing posts about AJ Brown being traded. But I guess according to Adam Schefter, they said the Philadelphia Eagles will not be trading AJ Brown, like despite any speculation.
Shout out to Chase Senior. Chase Senior covers the Eagles, so he's breaking on, or not breaking it, but he's getting it and sharing it for us. So
shout out to Chase Senior. We need to get Chase back on. Chase used to come on our show every day, like on his way to work as he was walking. I remember that. That was
cool. Remember that?
Yeah.
White at WPF.
Yeah, that was kind of cool though. It made our show real professional.
Huh?
It made our show real professional. You kind of bounced out you know what I mean?
Jamie, with the Eagles did his fourth pick overall, the salary cap doesn't match up. And so the 49ers, on the other hand, if you can get the 49ers over there, you definitely. Sorry. See the I'm walking down downtown Dallas right now. Downtown Dallas. You can't. 49ers. That motherfucker was.
If I'm the Cleveland Browns, I know that I need a quarterback. Here's the dilemma. What did I say last week, home? I said a real proper on Friday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, tripod. We had two little posts that over the weekend that were funny.
Kind of blew up a little bit on me, yeah.
Yeah, the one on the thick one that Bailey shit on it.
They're real good, but hey, Bailey getting killed too in the park. I got some of my homies in there. Don't know Bailey, calling them all type of stuff. Yeah, it's good. They killing Bailey in there.
Good job, Paris. Finally getting your computer running.
The more funny stuff I think I've noticed that the funny stuff.
Yeah.
Or the real
fuck the gas. Fuck showing the gas. Fuck showing it Hall of Fame legends.
Yeah, that don't work.
Just show dumb
I'm be real today. I'm be real. Those clips don't work. So I think whenever you say some bullshit about certain topics, that works. And then when we have funny moments, those work. So
yeah. Hey, I got a real moment though, because this is what I want. That's why I can't wait for the NHL playoffs, because I know it's gonna be physical and it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real. Like, I'm gonna watch the NHL play. I'm gonna watch the Kings play the Oilers, and I'm gonna watch that with serious interest, because I like to see physicality. And speaking of physicality, which the NBA has totally lost, and it is horrible. Three-point shooting contest. Let me show you what's real. Did you watch I know you watch NASCAR, and you're a huge NASCAR fan. Did you see the race the other day?
Oh, you talking about in Long Beach?
Yeah, no. This was this past.
I watched this one. Yeah, this was crazy, bro. He got into a whole situation.
Yeah, this motherfucker is real. He got out hot. He got hot. He's like, fuck it, let's grab. And this cat slammed him. Blow. And then that's his own guy though.
He's trying to hold him back, but he ends up falling.
Yeah, and then he does it again. He's got him by the leg, and old boy combing his hair. He's like, fuck it, let's roll.
Right.
And then old boy trying to get out the car still. And then old boy like holding him back. And then the little cat didn't do anything. Little Gorgon just popped up. He didn't do shit. And then bam, and then he allows him to get to him.
Right.
And then this where it is, dog. God.
My thing is this: if I'm that angry though, I'm not letting that first dude get me down in the first place. Like, I'm so hot and pissed. He pulled him back too easily. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, he pulled him back. He should be able to get to that window pretty quick.
I know when you want it or not, homie.
Right.
He didn't want it.
He wanted the clickbait and the attention, showing that like I'm tough. He didn't really want it, homie. He let that dude hold him back. If I was like pissed off at JB, Bailey not holding me back.
Right.
I'm pissed. My energy's going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm putting hands on Jason, and it's gonna be what it is. Like,
I'm waiting for you to come to me. I want you to come to me. Yeah. Like, Bailey, don't hold him back. Like, yeah.
I'm like, my hand's so big, probably strangle him too. Like, but that's neither here nor there. It's like, I'm not letting you hold me back if I want to get there. Yeah. Not one person.
I miss the old Roger Clemens.
Neck just
I'm missing, like, when Pedro Martinez slammed the Yankees old school, rest in peace. Who was it? Fucking Don Zimmer or something. Slammed him down to the ground after Clemens went after Manny Ramirez in the head. Before that, Pedro went after and hit beaned. Who did he bean in the back? Somebody in that ultimate series of the Yankees Red Sox. I miss those days, homie. I miss Nolan Ryan just taking a shot at you. Like, I miss the gays.
I miss the Mouths of the Palace. I miss
but it's physical now. You said though, but yeah. I miss all that
playoff time. The refs let them play a little bit, but it's never gonna be what it used to be. Of course not. I mean, if you're comparing it to the old time, then I mean, like my OG Marcel's always says, comparison is the thief of joy, homie. So don't do that. I'm just saying, comparing it to what the game is now is more physical today, right now in the playoffs, than it was in the regular season. And I watched the game. I've been watching games all weekend. You were on your yacht, so.
Yeah, shout out to Marcelo, by the way. He's mad at me because I posted a tweet about him and Spree. I said, this is what the Clippers do.
Yeah.
And blah, 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 blah.
He don't rock with you no more like that.
Oh, no, let me. Show that right there real quick. If you could show my comment, Smitty or Bailey, until we wait for our man. Come on.
Oh, my God.
What?
Nothing.
I just wanted to show something because I'm confused and want to get your take, because we talked about the thick broad the other day. We both consider thick. We knew it was thick. You were very upset at Bailey, and you were pissed. You were ashamed.
Disappointed. I was more disappointed.
Yeah, disappointed. You were a lot of things. You were like disappointed. I'm ashamed. I'm pissed. And then I was like, man, well, this young sister's fine. Let me find a thick, white girl. And I was like, let's compare the difference. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And this is what I found over the weekend.
I believe that girls should have a little bit of fun, and so we should get to murder just to have a little bit of fun. Okay. I like it. It's fun. Yeah. I think it's different.
So, Smitty, thick or fat?
She's not my type, really. So, like if I was single, I wouldn't talk to her at all.
She's what? She's what?
Not my type at all. For me, like just everything, just vibe, energy, no relatability factor. There's no just from a standpoint of like working out. I don't think that's part of her daily routine or weekly routine or monthly routine or yearly routine. And then just from a style standpoint, I can tell that we just grew up differently. So this, nothing personally.
Not
towards
really.
her.
Not really. Not really. You like liberal women.
Nothing personally towards her. I just think overall that's not really.
Can you show the tweet I wrote? Can you show
the tone's not really my vibe? Just
wait. Hold on, Alan. Are you referring to Smitty? You mean? Is that what you're saying? Smitty would say?
No, this is Alan. Somebody I'll speak for Alan, homie. Alan, I always knew Alan. I don't even know Alan personally. Shout out to Alan. He the homie. But I always look at pull him back up. I always looked at your picture and I knew how you got.
You know why? Yeah, because you know a lot of dark Haitian.
I know. I knew Alan was the one.
Dark Haitian brother love some snow. They love some snow.
I know Alan like that snow. I know he do. I know you do. No judgment. Do you think?
Like LeBron.
Alan, real good. He a real good cat, young man. You know what I mean?
Like Kevin Gates and LeBron.
Button up shirt, dress pants, belt. You know what I mean? But that dude, Alan, you ain't trolling, homie. I know you. It's all right. Look at Alan picture, homie.
Can you show my tweet?
He like that snow, homie.
Can you read the tweet to the audience?
No, I think you should read it.
Huh?
I think you should actually read it in your voice.
It'd be better if you did, because I think that you kind of.
So Jason said this, y'all. To this video we just showed of this Caucasian woman. JB quote retweeted it, and he goes, "Bitch, who was getting you pregnant?" And end quote. So that's what Jason said in response to this. So I didn't say it. I don't really call women that.
Say it again, though. Did I say it right?
I don't want to keep saying it, but Jason said he called her the BITCH and said, "Who is you getting pregnant? Who is you getting pregnant?" Like the hood came out of him a little bit. Who was you getting pregnant?
It did. It got me hot, homie. It's a valid question, in my opinion.
Right.
Like you couldn't,
King David.
Hey, Smitty, you couldn't have Hey, Smitty, you couldn't have said this with the thick girl that you and I thought was thick.
Could have said what about her?
Who you getting pregnant? Who getting you pregnant? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because both of us would have got her pregnant.
I ain't getting nobody pregnant but my wife, but a lot of people would get her pregnant though, for sure. A lot of people.
Yeah, both of us. So that's what I'm saying.
I probably wouldn't do it, but a lot of people would though.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. What the times are. I just don't get it, dog.
So are you just anti-big woman or are you anti-white?
No, I like big women.
Okay.
But not fat, sloppy, liberal, fucking Karen, weirdo.
Anti-white? Are you anti-white women?
No, I like white women. I like them all.
No, because your history is, you more sisters, you more black women. So that's why I'm asking you, like,
my daughter mixed. But I'm saying, like, here's the issue I have, though. The Karen liberal fat fucking wobble bodies took over the white woman. And that's the problem I have.
That don't make sense, I mean.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. That's what I'm saying.
The white woman isn't a monolith.
I'm like, damn, what happened to the Karens, homie? What happened to the Karens? Like, you know what I saw interesting? Somebody sent me a dating profile of a female. And I wish I would have. God, I got to try to find it and see if I can keep it.
I wish I would have met her.
City, I bullshit you not, homie. You would. It would have been a great conversation. I should have kept it for like a segment. She literally in her profile on the dating, whatever app it was. I don't have the dating app, but it said, "I'm a single by choice." She put it in quotations. "I am single by choice," in quotation marks. "Mother of 2. And I completely want to be transparent. I'm currently 8 months pregnant and just want someone to take care of us. And I will do 10 times the get back."
I don't know what that even means, homie. I mean, shout out to her for being straightforward, I'll say. She's not trying to trick nobody. She's just saying, I need somebody to come take care of these badass kids.
Now, listen, I know pregnant pussy's bomb, but I'm not going to.
You're not doing what? You've been a stepfather before in your life. You take care of some kids that wasn't yours just for a season. Just for a season. I mean, you kind of a stepdaddy anyway as a coach. As many kids you take care of. As many kids you take care of, homie. Nah, at this point, I'm not even allowing it, JB. I'm gonna ask you a question. It's 950. This is what it is. It's 850. Like, you gotta start putting certain levels on this show where, like, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you motherfucking.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I didn't look at
Donald Trump, homie. You can't. Yeah. If you missed your window, you missed your window, homie. You know, Matt McChesney. I mean, whoever it is, like, you miss your window, you miss your window. It's one of those things.
Man, you see Craig's text. Yeah, I don't know. He said something must have happened because Craig said he literally talked to him today. So I don't know. So give it an update real quick on Urish Markazi. We do not have him. He's going to be on tomorrow, or he's going to be on later this week. We'll see if he does.
How you pronounce it?
Urish. You pronounce it Urish.
I was asking.
Markazi. Huh?
I was just asking how you pronounce it. I was just curious.
So it is what it is. I don't like Texas Heat 247 because he's writing in some sort of text that we can't. It takes you a lot to read, and I like to talk to the chat, and I can't read. If I can't read your shit, homie, I'm just gonna block you, and you're not a member. So,
we got some. I just saw some big news, man, on the side, man, and I don't know, like, if our fans really appreciate this, but this is huge news. Buffalo Wild Wings, man, has brought back their all-you-can-eat wings, man, Monday through Thursday. Wings and fries, boneless for $19.99, traditional for $24.99. Real ones, no, homie. Real ones. When I say all-you-can-eat, I mean all-you-can-eat. You literally go in there and say, hey, can I get an order of your buffalo boneless, please? You eat that with the fries. Okay, can I get an order of your honey barbecue, please? Bone in, wet. Get that. Eat with the fries. Can I get an order of your sweet heat? Eat it again, wet. Can I get an order of your? You just keep ordering, homie, and they have to keep doing it. They have to keep bringing it.
Hey, Smitty, let me ask you something.
Going tonight. I'm going tonight.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. I've never been.
Ever?
Never. Only reason why I've never been is because somebody brought me some.
Yeah.
And they were the worst wings I ever had in my life. And so I was like, oh, I'll never go again. And then I had all my homies tell me that it's the worst wings they've ever had. Okay. So I was like, oh, fuck it. This is why, again, you can never talk about Mexican food and where you go.
Hold on.
You're very commercial. No, let me finish. I'll finish and you can have it. You're very commercialized in your businesses that you eat at. I've noticed on all your social media posts, you like to go to the fad. You like to go to like the popular shit. You like to go to the commercialized places, like, you know, Chick-fil-A I've never been to. You go to, like, you know, Cane's. All these places that are just horrific, homie. You probably like Chipotle too, with that salty ass fucking shit food. You like these commercialized places. I gotta really get you out of this. So when I pass away, like, I give you some, whatever I leave you, it's like, fuck, homie. I gotta figure it out. Like, I gotta get you to a real place. I'm gonna take. I gotta get outside. I hate going outside because I hate people. So I'm gonna try to get you, like, I'm gonna take you somewhere, homie. Like, too many places I know that are just so much better. It's killing me that you have to settle for mediocrity, dog. And I don't want you to have to do that. That's
for 1,000% clarity, I am not saying Buffalo Wild Wings is a top tier best wing of the world. I'm saying for all you can eat, this is a solid wing. Like, you can go to Buffalo Wild Wings, watch the NBA playoffs.
What's a solid wing?
I'm saying, like, it's not nasty. Like, it ain't. I wouldn't put them as like a top 5 or top 10 wing spot. No, I'm not saying all that. I'm saying for a chain restaurant, B-Dub got some solid wings. Like, you can go there, watch. You got 1,000 TVs. You can watch the game and have a good time and leave satisfied. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, fuck, homie. Have you had a what's the old spot, Wingstop, lately?
Not lately. I don't like Wingstop. It ain't good.
Oh, well, so when I was younger, when it first came out, it was unbelievable, right? Everybody loved it. Homie, somebody brought me some Wingstop, and I just had one wing. Dog, that was the worst shit I've ever had in my life. It was the Parmesan one. It looked like a coat of fucking flour and shit. It was the worst shit I've ever had in my life.
I'll say their ranch is good, they fries pretty good, but their wings ain't good. I ain't been Wingstop in probably over a year because I kept giving them chances, and after chance, I'm like, this shit ain't got no flavor on there. It ain't doing that for me.
You know what happened?
What?
Everybody got to buy one.
Oh, the franchises, yeah.
Yeah, so Bailey and them got one. They want to throw some extra shit on there. And then Smitty and his girl bought one. And then the homie bought one. And it became the worst, most watered down shit. And that's what happened, homie. I'll never – I don't eat fast food no more, homie. I just can't do it. But damn, dog.
Yeah, I don't feel like cooking all the time, man. I don't have as much time to do
cooking, you know me, I like cooking. 10 years
you
you'll
like cooking. You're a content creator. You make content from it, and then like only thing you got is this, and then you do like 2-3 other shows, but those are all like back to back, and then you done at 1 p.m. So from 1 p.m. to midnight, you can do whatever you want. So you got time to cook. I don't have time to cook all the time. My wife is mostly the cook here, but then if she works, like for example, she works tonight, I might expect her to go in here and fucking kitchen all day, cook, not sleep, go to work. That don't make sense.
Whoa. Why don't you cook and have a meal for your wife, homie?
I prepare food for her, yes. Whether I cook or I go get it. But I usually get it.
Going to get it's not preparing food.
Yes, it is. As the man, I'm providing a meal, which she has something to eat.
Preparing and providing are completely different words.
I'm providing it, homie.
Okay,
Make
sure you correct. We're on a real show, homie. Don't say you're preparing.
Let me be clear. Sometimes I do cook, but you understand, our schedules are completely opposite. What I mean by that? When I get done with this, I got back-to-back meetings. I'm going to go get dressed. I'm going to head to Fox. When I get home from Fox, I don't get home until like 5 o'clock after 5. She's getting ready for work.
Preparing.
I don't have the window. The window of time to prepare a meal don't work.
This is preparing.
Yeah, I don't have time to do it before she gets to work. It don't make sense. She leaves at 6 to go to work. I don't have time to
take a listen to this. This shit was unbelievable. God, damn, you don't know about this. Finely chopped garlic, a little butter, quick little dinner. Make you smack your motherfucking mama. Don't miss Coach JB Show with Big Smitty every single day, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific.
Hey, smacking my mama.
It's that veggie medley, homie. Just hit different on there on that flat grill.
Can I use your crib and throw a party this summer?
You gotta. It's just different when you put all that in the guy. Put it real. When you cut all your own veggies.
That's my question, homie.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Nah, it's actually that was actually cod, not fucking tilapia. Tilapia is the cockroach of the sea, and the food.
No, I don't know if shrimp. That's shrimp, homie.
Nah. Shrimps taste good though.
Yeah, but shrimp is literally the cockroach of the sea, literally though.
Oh my god,
that fish look good in season. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a real one. The fish look good.
Oh, it's fire. I
put some hot sauce on there though.
I ain't no regular white boy seasoning salt.
I know. We taught you that, homie. You're welcome. We taught you that.
Here's the thing.
You was raised by black women in Compton. You already told me that.
Let me break something down real quick to you though.
Break it down real quick.
So can you go back to the beginning of the fish? Okay, there you go. So where was it? Right here?
Right here, yep.
Nah, right there.
Right there.
Do you see like the ones over here on the far right? And
far right, yep.
There's no seasoning?
Yep, far right, no seasoning. Makes sense. Far left, a lot of seasoning.
I have to always defend everything. Oh, you don't season both sides of the fish? Like that's the comment I got. It's always funny when I drop the mic on fucking dick riders that have no clue and they always assume. Because again, remember the quote today was, "Don't judge me. You could judge me all you want, but don't fucking act like you know me, homie." Smitty, why do you think that fish on the right is white?
Break it down to him.
What do you think my dogs ate? You fucking dick riding fucks. I got this, homie. I know what the fuck I'm doing. My dogs eat better than you, you fucking bitch. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Motherfucker, I ain't gonna spice up the fucking fish for my dogs so they shit out a rope. Motherfucker, I know what I'm doing. I ain't gotta fucking tell you I'm I season both sides of the fish. Motherfucker, my dogs eat with me, homie.
They literally eat with them, like lick off the plate.
Yeah.
I've seen them with my own eyes, yeah.
Yeah, and they eat the veggies.
The same plate we eat off of when we come over to visit, the dog eat off that same plate. Just be prepared for that. So the food looked good though, homie. And
unbelievable. Great healthy meal last night. You know what I'm saying? Nice.
Why do you answer my question? I actually could not use your backyard this summer to throw a party, and you just completely ignore me.
Say it again.
Can Can I use your backyard to throw a party this summer?
Who the fuck is this?
This is Jamal Brown and
who the fuck is this cat? Is he the new
Brown and Miley Kimes?
Is he a new coach at Indy?
Yeah, Jamal Brown and Miley Kimes. Yes.
Wait, I don't have any context here. What's going on?
They use AI, homie. And this is Coach JB at Indy and Mina Kimes shaking hands, homie. This is an AI version.
First of all, the motherfucker's forearms and shit are super short.
You got short arms, homie.
He got little hands.
He way stronger than you, though. Like his shoulders and chest way stronger.
His face is like a huge, like, I've never been that like thick in the face.
Bullshit.
Not in the face.
You was
my face ain't never been that fat. My face ain't never been that fat though.
Bullshit, JB. Don't lie. Where's up on the earth, homie?
Show a last chance you clip. Show a last chance clip, homie.
Bailey, don't lie, Bailey. Last chance you. No bullshit. I know you love Jace. I know he pay you.
No. Show me a fat face like that. I ain't got no fat face like that, homie.
You the motherfucker on last chance you, homie. Do not lie.
Show me.
I love you. I love you. I'm gonna be real with you. Your neck, your face, you were fat as hell. You lost a lot of weight since then.
I ain't never been that fat.
You was 3 bills at least, homie, on Indy.
Mesquite. Hell nah. Hell nah.
I was gonna grab your cheek and do this on that picture.
Nah, that might see my chin, my right here. I might have had some fat right here on the right here.
You have the whole.
Look at that, homie. My face ain't that fucking fat like that.
Yelling and your neck is shaking like this.
Right there, it is. It's fat, but not like that.
I want to see one of them clips when on Last and You when he's like talking at the bar, he's leaning over with the cigar. That's when you can really see that shit. You know what I'm talking about, baby. You know what I'm talking about. When he at the bar.
Hey, I was cool with Kevin the Trucker. Now I don't fuck with Kevin the Trucker.
Shout out to Kevin the Trucker, man. That's my favorite guy, man.
Hey, anytime he do something bad and you don't fuck with him. Like when he did you with the what was it, the ball with the pitcher?
Yeah.
Shit, I got so many hoes came at me after this. I don't know. I'm just saying.
You got hoes because it was popular. You're on TV.
Yeah,
that's how women work.
Does that say something about females?
Some females, yeah, they want the clout. They want who's popular because it makes them feel good. They want the money, they want the fame, the attention. Some girls, not ones on our show like Chris. They all real, but some of them, yeah. Chris said you was thick.
Can guys be thick?
I don't know. It feels like we should add a pause, but Chris said it, so it's like, well, a girl can say that, I guess. But
can guys get thick though?
Oh, right. I'm asking
from a female's perspective. Can a female when a female sees a dude like, don't mind the PowerPoint going on, homie.
You a hell of a coach, boy. Man.
Hey, motivation, homie. You know what that was? The first one was a target that was on our back because we had just won it all, right? So this was the next year. And then I said, piss on that fucking target.
Y'all were so talented that next year, but played horrible.
Yeah, horrible. I'm bad nucleus.
Piss on the motherfucker. Even FA roasting you, homie.
Huh?
Even FA roasting you.
Is FA not a member now?
No, he's still a member. He's still green.
Oh. About to block his ass. So let's not no Uris Markazi today. We'll see if he comes on it or not. If he don't,
I thought it was a Rosh. Look, keep looking out. He said JB looks thin in this.
You don't. He said I look thin. Again, I didn't get a woman to answer. Can a guy, when you look at a guy like Smitty and I are walking down the street, where you'd be like, "Oh, them motherfuckers are thick." How do you guys talk? I'm asking you guys, how do you talk? Can I get an answer before we get out of here on a great Merciless Monday? Shout out to everybody joining us. Tomorrow is Talk That Talk Tuesday. We have Steve Kim, but we have Ed McCaffrey, legendary Ed McCaffrey
right there, homie.
And I believe, Bailey, do we have an updated list? I know we got Dan Hampton, I think this week. we got some legends joining us this week. So make sure you keep watching the show and sharing the love on all your social medias. I do appreciate all you guys. And trust me, when we do get that bird, I got you guys.
You got who?
We
ain't got the chat. You got me.
No, I got chat too.
No, I don't get chat. Ain't getting nothing in my paper.
Yeah, no, that shit. I'll give you like 20, 30 bucks, but I'm saying I got
ain't getting nothing in my paper. All this stuff I
Yes, we will have a draft party Thursday. Draft watch party live right here from the friendly confines of the Slapdick Cigar Lounge and Studio. I'll be watching the game. I'll be giving the draft. I'll be doing a Bet US segment where we're over under on who's getting picked next. We'll have a little deal. Bailey's going to work from today on the rest of the week only on this show. And he's only going to dedicate to this particular night, Thursday night. So we're going to have like tickers, graphics.
I might try to jump in late. I'm gonna get home. I gotta hop on it as a guest on another pod for already dedicated to it. They've been asking me like a month ago.
As a nobody pod though.
Well, but you said what you want. They really value me, and they
feels good to be wanted. Homie. Feels good to be wanted.
And they wanted me on there. They've been asking for over a month, so I'm going in for a hot second, and then like maybe after
I get you paid elsewhere too. Like your fame on this show has become kind of like it's like getting catch and win, like globalized.
It helps me out a little bit. Like it's certain people that I've met and fans I've met, and like CJ Stroud fucks with me because of this show, stuff like that. So it's happened a little bit, but I was known. Don't get it twisted on me. I was known before you. You reached out to me, homie, because of who I was, homie. FA said, block me and I'll put your bank account numbers on that ticker behind JB. And he can't actually do it. I'll be honest with you. Like, I've seen FA do some crazy shit. When 2012, when we first got the Ball State, and it was the NCAA college game came out, and everybody, all the freshmen from our class was all in the same dorm, the hall for that summer. And we all was going to FA to like find out how do we like find ourselves in the game and get ourselves in the game. Like he was the guy that was going in, creating packages, making sure we got all the players in the game. Like he was doing all this stuff. So he been doing this stuff for a long time. So he was like 17, 18 years old when Bae was a baby. FA was doing this type of stuff. So.
What FA don't know though, I'm all cash. I got rid of my bank account, homie. I do everything. I do everything in the safe that's buried 16 feet deep and all that shit. But I don't get into all that.
That is true. I did. Like I had to use JB's bathroom because the other bathroom was full, and I saw like a big ass like suitcase underneath his bed. I almost went in there to steal it, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna be a real one. So, but I did see that though, so he's not lying.
That's the setup suitcase that gets you like you're literally it blows off your ankles.
Like soon as you touch it, like.
Rodney Duke said, black guy loves JB, but hates Smitty.
Literally said it like that. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Another show. We made it. I think at one point we had like 1,700 just on YouTube.
Did we?
Yeah, it was a good Monday. Good Monday for us, man.
Shout out to Shedeur thumbnail.
Yeah, thumbnail. I chose it. So I'm gonna start being more proactive with the thumbnail and the ideas moving forward because I know we picked a horrible one 2 weeks ago and it almost shut down the entire show. And I have to come back here and
biggest show of the year
and go at JB and
biggest show of the year.
Have his credibility.
Hey, factor cat, biggest show of the year, coward
like that. And a lot of people been rocking with my comeback and my response.
He's right. It was the biggest show calendar year.
Yeah, that's good though. But sometimes numbers don't always equate to doing the right thing. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So I came back though. I had a hell of a response, and people love it. And that's
your response was woke. Let's dive into tomorrow's show.
We already talked about tomorrow's show, so appreciate y'all for everything I did. Babe, thanks for the production. Yeah. Fans, thank y'all for tuning in. Tomorrow's show, it's gonna be McCaffrey. Everybody, Steve Kim's gonna be loaded. And hey, talk Tuesday tomorrow.
Hey, Smitty, real quick as we end. Steph Curry is by far better than LeBron James right now, and
that's cool.
And some of the shots he made last night, unbelievable. And, I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. I don't see Houston winning the game.
You want to bet right now? $500?
Win one game or the series?
Oh no, you said a game. So
because I think you picked Houston to win the series, right?
No, you said I don't see them winning a game. You want to bet $500 on that?
Okay, can I just talk like analytically though? real quick. Like I don't see him winning the game. I don't see him winning the game. Here's the reason why. Draymond Green kind of covers up Saquon or whatever his name is a little bit.
Segun.
I mean, like Segun still get his numbers, but like,
so Draymond is actually okay. Continue.
No. I'm just saying you have a guy for him is what I'm saying, which the Lakers don't. So here's my point. Like, they don't have any, like, you put Jimmy Butler on fucking Smith or any of those guys. I don't know if they have any other scorers, homie, that can actually win them a game. I just watched the game last night and I'm like, dog, I don't know if Houston can win a game. I'm just throwing it out. I'm just saying, I'm sure they'll win a game, but I'm like, dog, I don't see them. They're going to really struggle, homie. As good as they've been all year. And the fact that Steph only had 3 points the last time they played, how'd that work out? I'm just saying, dog.
Rockets will win game 2. I guarantee it.
I think they struggle, bro.
They started off, they were shaky, nervous. They were getting blown out.
I get all that.
Crazy run and started playing Houston Rocket basketball, and Golden State just held on at the end.
Yeah, I get all that, but I'm looking at it, and I don't know if this is a team that can win in the playoffs. Like game to game on the road during an 82-game season, I get the year they had, but Jalen Green has to be special, and he's not. And Jimmy Butler can either jump on Jalen Green or jump on what's his name, the Smith cat. And man, I'm gonna be honest, dog. And then the John Morant led Memphis team getting beat by that much makes zero sense. And that's just not good for NBA. I'm just telling you, that's you don't get beat by 50, homie.
Yeah, that was weird. But I will say this: the last time Golden State won a championship during their playoff run, I remember they got like 30 ball during one of their games, but they ended up winning the championship. So, like, I try not to.
Well,
like,
you're not saying that for Memphis, though. You're just making a point about the Houston, yeah.
Yeah, of course. I'm just saying that
Memphis might not win a game.
Yeah, for sure. OKC is like that.
Yeah. Bet. Well, anyway, we'll be back tomorrow. Talk That Talk Tuesday. Appreciate everybody. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member today. If you're not one, we'll be back tomorrow, God willing.